What how do I get rid of this? The market always red. I don't need to see that. I don't need to see none of them. What up? What up? I'm just chilling, killing time. No, I did not. I don't watch her. I don't know what she talks about because I do not watch her. What the hell was my? You thought that was P from Baby Boy? Stupid ass. He said I thought that was P. No, I don't watch. I don't watch none of their stuff. If it show up on my For You page, I'll spend less than like 5 seconds looking at it. I mean, they don't really give no valuable info. If they not over there in Kentucky or Josh's Law, I don't pay that shit no attention. I know what it is. A lot of them ain't. They not who they is outside this app. They not who they say they is outside this app. I'm reading something on Facebook. That shit funny as hell. What up? Doop doo doo. Doo doo. These people doing a lot of local shit, but I can get out of this. Shit. Tired, y'all. What's the word? Hummingbird? Yeah, y'all gotta go look at my I got a 3-part video that I'm dropping. I'll probably drop the other part tomorrow, right when I get off. Or I might do it while I'm at work. I don't know. It's just a 3-part video. Got the African out, put it to the side. It's on my other TikTok account. It's not on this account, so y'all won't see it if y'all looking for it on here. Shout out to Monty Moose, cuz. Oh, shit. You gotta cut that African out, nigga. Put that shit to the side, my G. Yo, I've been up since fucking 3 o'clock, y'all. A.M. 3 a.m. though. Right now I'm just looking at the same thing I was looking at last live, the timeline. I wish I could. I was, but my son said he had an interview, so I took him to his interview. How the fuck did this dude go blind? I'm reading the Askia Musa and Askia Muhammad. And now I'm going into 1492. It says Boa Bedill's surrender to Granada marks the end of the Spanish Reconquista in Al-Andalus. Yeah, that's what I'm reading, Sutek. It's just a timeline. It said that the dude went blind and then his son dethroned him. But the decline of the empire came because of the son. But I think it's funny how in 1492 the Jews were expelled from Spain unless they converted to Catholicism. I was like, yeah, y'all didn't convert. Y'all convert to Christianity and we pushing your shit in. Oh, shit. The decline came because infighting. Yeah, it don't hint on that, but I kind of see it. I can. Yeah, it's just breaking down a little timeline now though. But
Yo,
I
what
can.
the hell? Show me a black person that was in America before 1492.
Now who is this?
This is Mac Jones.
This is who?
Mac Jones. Why?
Who?
Mac Jones.
Man, nah, this ain't no Mac Jones. This is the same dude that got blocked from my account.
When?
Man, how many profiles you got?
It's the same account, bro.
Same account.
Yeah, it's the same account.
How?
Why do you kick me out though? What was the reason for it?
How is this the same account?
I got help, brother X.
You
I got
wasn't you
help.
the dude that was going crazy in Kentucky's Live earlier today?
Huh? When? Bro, how am I a troll?
How do I
Let
know that?
let me tell you something. Do you graduated from high school, bro?
What?
Do you graduated from high school?
No, you
Just
said you
just
want to
ask.
tell me something, not ask me a question.
Yeah, I'm asking you a question.
What does that matter?
Cause what type of dumbass stuff you put in here in fucking TikTok life? So this doesn't even make sense, bro. Show me a black person in Western America before 1492,
No freaking way.
huh?
Can you?
Tell me that,
Please don't tell me the next story. You can't?
huh?
I said you can't?
Bro, what? Tell me, you ain't got nothing else to do? Listen, I never seen this on my life, never.
That means you don't be on TikTok like that, bro.
Cause I go to college, bro. I'm not TikTok the whole time. I got
Hey,
life. I got life, man.
well,
I
hey,
work. I go to
go,
college.
get on
Ah,
TikTok often and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
listen. This is the
Hey,
this
hey,
is what
listen.
this is.
We ain't asking for no trolls. We
Yo.
asking
Who
to
are
answer
you
the
here?
question.
Whoa.
I don't
Wait,
care. I
no,
told
whoa,
you.
whoa, whoa. Answer the question.
Answer the question of
No.
what? There's no such
Show,
reason, bro. You know the you can
show
talk.
us a black person that was here before in America before 1492.
There's no black person. That's the thing.
Okay, then. So if it's no black person, why you here?
Cause what type of question is this?
Because listen. If you don't know what's going on, you should have stayed your ass in them comments.
Hey, listen. You should probably go to fucking college or study some.
No,
Y'all
you
need
need
like
no.
some new
If you
brain
in college,
cells.
then you need to be in somebody's book studying. Ain't no need for you to be on
I
TikTok
already
in this
study.
motherfucker
I
spit. We
listen. Let me tell
grown.
you something. Let
We
me tell
done
you
did
something.
that. Done. We
Let
done been
me
there.
tell
Done
you
that.
something, man. Let me tell you
Jackass.
something. Let me tell you something.
Troll.
I
We don't need you
graduated
to tell
top
us nothing.
10%
Troll.
this year, boy. I graduated top
Troll.
10%.
Hey,
Troll,
troll.
I got
We don't need you
scholarships. So
here.
shut up. I got
No, you
scholarships.
shut
So shut
up,
up.
troll.
Troll, all right. I'm a troll. And what? What you gonna do?
Dumbass troll. You was a dumbass troll. It did.
Oh, you think the words hurt? Come on. I've been called worse.
Oh my god.
Hey, I should probably do something else. Cause
No, we
show
don't
me a
have to do
black
shit.
person
This
in
is our space.
America.
What the fuck is you here for?
In America.
We minding
Come
our
on
business.
now.
You in our business. Why you in our business? I
Hey,
need to
listen. This
understand
is
why you
this
in
is
our
open
business.
to everyone. Open to everyone.
But this is our business. If you don't
It's
want to
open
be here,
to
you can
everyone
leave.
though. It's open to everyone though.
No, it's not open to everybody. It's open to the
Yes, it
people
is
who
because
want to
it's
be
live.
here.
No, it's open to everyone because everyone can see this live.
And that don't mean you got to come in here. You can scroll
Yeah,
too, can't you? It's called scrolling. You could have swiped
yeah,
up.
that's right. But I can't wait. But I have freedom of speech.
You could
Aren't
have
we in
swiped
America?
up.
Are we in
If you feel
America?
like it's a dumb question, you could have
Are we,
swiped up and
are
kept
we in
going. But
America? I don't even know if you're in America, but are we in America?
are you in America? Because I don't. It don't
Yes.
sound like you in America, sir.
Are you sure?
I'm
Oh
not. I
wow.
don't know.
So,
I'm
oh
asking.
wow,
It's a
wow.
question.
Turn that
What's that
camera.
supposed to mean? What's that supposed to mean?
Turn that
Just because of
camera.
my accent?
Turn that camera on, bro.
Camera, what
Oh,
do you want to see?
child.
All right, what's up?
I'm with the shit. So what's up,
We can't see you.
Why you want to see me?
But
bitch?
what was the point of
Why you
telling you?
want to see
Come
me?
on, man,
Why
man.
you
Come
want to
on, man.
see
Stop
me?
that.
Why you want to see
Don't
me?
don't don't
Why you
argue
want to
with
be here?
him. Don't argue with him. Just block him.
Nah, I wanna argue. I be here for the shits,
Yeah,
okay?
I can argue too. I can argue too. I don't give a fuck.
I'm for the shits
We want to
today.
see your
You
face.
ain't none. How about that?
I'm
We
for
want
Type
the
of question is
shits,
this? What the type
sir.
of question is this? Show me a black person in America.
Bitch, if
Like
you
the fuck
can't show
y'all
one,
don't
then
got.
what's the
Y'all
point of
ain't
you
got no.
being here? This is
If
what I'm
y'all know
saying.
there's
Why are
not,
you here?
if
You can
if
scroll.
y'all know there. Okay, let me end this debate.
It's called a
Tell me
scroll.
who the fuck. Tell me when the fuck a camera was invented. What year was the camera invented?
What?
Cause I am damn sure 1492 there was no camera.
Ain't nobody asked about no camera, jackass.
No, no, no. Cause show me
You could
a
write. You
person.
could write, right? People used to write in 1492, right?
Yeah, that's writing.
Okay, so if you had
You
it in
dumb
writing, you
fuck.
could show
You
us the
dumb fuck.
writing
That's
where
writing.
someone
I
wrote
didn't
that
see a
they saw
picture.
people here
There's a
in
difference.
1490 before 1492, right?
Y'all need you need to see.
let me say this.
You
Let me
need to
say
see a
this real
picture.
quick. Let me say this real quick. You gotta
Y'all need to like. Y'all
hold
need to
on,
like.
hold on, man. Hold on. You've been talking a lot. Let me say something. Let me tell you this. If you got a computer next to you right now,
Hey,
Google
sir,
or the
you don't gotta tell me
hold
that.
on, man.
I go to
Hey,
college. I'm taking social studies classes over there. You don't gotta tell me that.
Man, stop talking so much, man. We could sing
Man,
together.
y'all think because are some grown ass persons like y'all can do all
Come
this
on,
shit. Come
man. I
on
would
now.
have been
Y'all
blocked
think
him.
because
You sound so
y'all think
ignorant to the point. You don't even know.
Dude is a
y'all think
child.
How
because
He's
old
y'all
are
know
you?
older
You're a
and
yeah,
stuff.
he's a
child.
child. He's very childish. He's very childish.
Oh, come on now. Yeah, because you're a grown ass man,
He
you think you
probably
know
still in high
everything?
school. He probably not
You
even in
very
college.
childish, bro. You
Just
You
very
because
want to
you
see my
taking
childish.
a few
diploma?
college
You want to see
courses
my
in high
diploma?
school does not
You
make
very
you
childish.
childish.
You talking over me and
Oh,
I
come
can't talk.
on.
That's
Oh, come
childish.
on.
That's
They're
being
pressed
childish.
now. They're pressed now. They're
You're being
pressed. Cause yeah,
childish. You're being childish.
imagine asking, show me a black person that was in America before 19.
Can you stop talking? Thank you. Thank you. Who's an idiot, man?
I was having fun. Dog.
He an idiot. He an idiot though.
Yeah, he's real that when I say stupid,
Yeah. How long can you entertain that?
me personally,
I
I'm
couldn't
a
take it.
Pisces. I'm a Pisces, so I can entertain it for a minute.
I'm Aquarius. I wanted to crawl through the phone on his ass.
As long as we don't get too disrespectful, we good. I can entertain
I
that
want
dumb
to
shit.
crawl through. I want to crawl through the phone on his ass. I was trying to tell him all he had to do is Google were the Pequot people that met the Pilgrims in Connecticut black, and it will surely pop up and say yes, they were predominantly black. It will clearly say it. This is for anybody that's in the chat. Go to your computer and do that. Google were the Pequot tribe that met the Pilgrims in Connecticut black, and then come talk to me.
When you say black, what do you mean? Were they like dark?
Black like me and you. That's what I mean. What else do I mean?
Because you got dark skinned natives. That's why I'm asking.
Man, we the first people on every corner of this planet.
Man, I'm not
So
dealing
why?
with it, bro. You gotta
So
prove.
man, we the first people on every corner of this planet. I ain't got to prove nothing. It's common knowledge.
No,
If you
no,
don't,
it's not. It's not
if
common,
you
bro.
don't, if you
You
don't,
gotta
if you
prove.
don't, if you,
You can't
let me
just
tell you
say.
something.
You
Let
can't
me
just
tell you
say
something.
something
Hold
and
on.
say
See, you doing like him. We could sing together, but we can't talk together. With no listening, there's no understanding.
I was talking to
So that
you.
You
means
You
just
when you
said
cut me
that you
speak,
off.
can't.
I'll
I
listen.
don't.
And when
I
I
You
speak,
just
don't
you
said
do
you
listen.
that
don't have
shit.
to prove anything. The hell type of sense does that make?
I said when I speak, you listen, and when you speak, I listen. We
And
can't
when I
talk
But
was
you
over each
made
other.
the
talking,
We can
you
claim.
sing
You
cut
together,
made
me
the
but
claim, and
off.
he's trying to
oh
respond
my
to it.
God, you still talking over me,
No,
man.
you
You
made
still
the
talking
claim,
over.
and he's trying to respond to it
You
though.
still talking. You still talking over me, bro. I'm not even talking to you. I'm talking to
Oh,
one
whose
person at
live
a
am
time.
I in?
Please,
Suiting this your live?
please,
I thought it was.
please, man. Just be
Oh,
respectful, man.
all
That's
right. So
all I
this
said to
the host,
whoever's.
but I'm saying the host is speaking
How
now.
old are you, man?
Listen. Sir, you in the wrong line for that now. We was having fun with Buddy. Buddy,
I'm just asking him how old is he?
Buddy was
God damn.
was real, but
Oh,
yeah,
now
you
you
doing a
go.
little bit too much now. I'm sorry.
How? What am I doing too much? What are you talking about?
Can you finish hearing what he was trying to say, or no?
Man, y'all something else, man. It'd be your own people. Take me down, please.
You can take yourself
So,
down.
so you don't want to hear what he has to say? That's crazy.
No, I don't want to hear because y'all gets me for no reason. All I'm doing is spreading some knowledge. You won't even let me talk.
That's
Oh,
not, sir. You can't say it's common knowledge
Man,
without anything to
goodbye,
back it
goodbye,
up.
goodbye, goodbye, punk ass nigga.
Oh, that's it. I'm the punk.
Ain't nobody disrespect you. You doing too
nah,
much.
that
You
Well, I
wasn't
understand
even a
when I
disrespect
say
tip.
you
him
doing
because
too
he's
much. You
That
getting a
wasn't
little
even
too
yeah.
a tip.
disrespectful for no
He
reason.
just he just
For no
seen the
reason,
print.
for real. If you can't take, it's
He
a
just
button
seen the
down there that
print
will
and
let
got
you get
scared.
out the live. All you gotta do is press it.
All I asked was,
And all you asked was you asked over me, and I wouldn't have finished talking, and
you
I was
was
disrespectful.
asking me a question. Go
Man,
ahead.
goodbye,
Finish.
man. Take me
Finish.
down. I don't know how to do this shit.
Finish.
Nah, man, I'm through talking to you.
All right.
Seem to be combative, man. I'm not into that.
Nobody was being combative. You were, sir. You started being
No,
combative.
I'm not. I was trying to
You
talk.
are.
I was trying to tell you that we can't talk together.
Yeah, but
Everybody,
when you
everyone
ask a
talking.
question, you gotta let somebody answer you.
You doing the
And
same.
since
You
you
doing
butt
the
in,
same thing. You won't let a person finish their
I
thought.
show the fuck wrong. What is the problem?
Okay, well, bitch,
Well,
put
I'm
me
not doing
down.
that. We
The
gonna
fuck
take
out of
turns
here.
in talking. Just let him get it out.
Oh man, I'm gone, man. Y'all waste my time.
Sir, the same. Oh, I'm about to.
You asked me a question, and I'm answering it, and you cut me off, and then I'm being disrespectful.
Whoever that was a little bitch for calling that female a bitch.
No, he called me a bitch because I ain't hear that part. I heard
Yeah,
him
I heard that
assuming
shit.
something.
You're a
I
little
ain't here.
bitch, Raymond,
Yeah,
for
This
that.
he a
being
whole
said,
ass nigga anyway. Because when he
That's
called
fucked
something that
up.
a pussy ass nigga, I was like, sir, he ain't even disrespect you. You doing too much.
that's perfectly fine. I just wanted the information. If
I
he's
just come
saying
up here to
I
say
agree with
that, y'all.
everything continent, you got to show us the information and back up your statement. You can't say it's common knowledge because if it was common knowledge, it would be in everybody's textbooks by now.
Facts. I just come up here to say that, y'all. I'm out.
He knew he was wrong in the first place because people in the chat was like, no, sir. They said light skin, not no damn black.
I was hoping to
Man,
stay so that we could actually basically push his shit in.
right? I wanted to see what that wig was working with.
No, because I only got two left. You're not eating my last one.
I ain't
Ah,
gotta prove shit. So basically, we could just say, "Nah, nigga, we wasn't everywhere," and then we cool,
and then
right?
it's like, what's your source? I'm gonna say common sense, my G.
Yeah, and I ain't gotta prove shit.
I ain't
Remember?
got-
They keep complaining about the out of Africa theory wasn't real. It was a theory. But then want to use it in their argument to say that black people were here already because we populated the whole earth. I don't get that. That don't make sense to me.
I don't think it makes sense to them either. That's why he dipped out. Oh, get me out of here. He knew he wasn't gonna
See,
be able to
earlier they
prove
be reading
shit.
in reverse.
They cherry pick signs like the cherry pick a Bible.
Since everything is in reverse, they read in reverse. Dyslexia, it's real. Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm finna get down. I'm gonna wait till somebody else retarded come up here so I could. Excuse me, not. I didn't mean to say the R word. Somebody else that is a little slow. Come back up here.
No,
Did you go to Kentucky live
no.
or Josh, whoever was live?
When I went over there and black person brought all up. As he said, he got a right to disrespect black women. I was like, I'm out of here.
Who was saying that?
Black first.
Who?
Black first.
He said he has a right to disrespect black women because if they're not agreeing with whatever he's saying or not, they're not they're finding the base or some shit. He's African American or some shit. So I just
Damn, black. He on that opium shit. Black, black first. You done took some opium. He probably got nibbled. He didn't get bit. He probably got nibbled. He got nibbled on a little bit.
that's what I think. Because
Damn, black. What the fuck is you talking about? We just
A
tried
black
to
Hebrew
correct the
Israelite or
nigga for this
something
shit.
like that? Was he a black Hebrew Israelite, a misogynist or something? What's his problem?
no,
I think it's just
we are.
he's an ex-Muslim. Maybe it's the remnants from Islam or some shit because he's an ex-Muslim. But he usually we all be on the same page most of the time. It's just right when we dealing with black women, it's like he doesn't. We not on the same page. We be trying to
It ain't
tell him
nothing
like
else to
we can't
gain.
be sitting here arguing that you doing.
This is wild. They say he was either born December 14th or December 21st. How do you not
Who?
know that? Nostradamus.
Nostradamus or the dude with the predictions?
Yeah. You know, some of his shit was true though. He said Egypt is in America is under the Mississippi River. Y'all make these wild claims and y'all can never prove it.
Why don't he come on up and actually prove that to be true?
It's there. It's under the Mississippi River. So if it's under the Mississippi River, how you know about it? Like, it's under there. So how
Dude,
you know about it? It's under there.
the portals, nigga. The
So,
portals. You gotta go to the Grand Canyon.
Valley, Springfield, the ancestors told him in a tree. Yo! Oh!
They're really bad at geography, man. I feel for them, man. I really do. Scatterbrain, why don't you come on up if they'll let you?
Leonardo da Vinci completes the Mona Lisa. King Alfonso the First of Congo wins the Battle of Mbanza, Congo, resulted in Catholicism becoming Congo's state religion. I'm pretty sure he's in my book. And Kenny Man. I remember this name. I don't feel like grabbing the book though. So I'll look into this tomorrow.
I see
Uh,
Scatterbrain is saying that life started in America. That's the reason why they're the most racist in the South. No, but basically, if you can show that Egypt is buried under Mississippi, why don't you come on up?
Oh,
shit.
somebody in the comments said that.
Yeah.
I thought you was looking at a video.
No, I'm just on Wiki going through timeline.
Oh man, Court.
His name is Scatterbrain. Why are we playing with this man?
Scatterbrain. Let me
It's
see.
entertaining.
You right. You right. You right. It's hilarious. You're right.
Scatterbrain. What the fuck is this name? Egypt. It's in America. It's under the Mississippi River. This nigga trolling. Never mind. That boy looks slow. Yeah, I definitely want to hear
That's
that nigga take that shit.
loud, bro.
Eat the building in America.
Mo, you play too much, dog.
What, you saw it?
I see that. Listen, the man named Scatterbrain. I went to go look. I was like, yeah, okay. That's why I came up here. I was like, oh yeah, nah. This ain't even. Yeah, it's gonna be worse than Buddy Mac Jones or whatever his name was. Yeah, this gonna be even worse.
Well, he got off just before I got up. What was he talking about?
Yeah.
We've been here and I looked up some Indians, some conscious Indian.
Hell, I forgot the name of the damn Indian. He said that they are dark skinned.
Him.
He said that's us.
No, he talking about dude before him, Mac Jones, the one that was on the bottom, the little child that was on the bottom.
He wasn't. He was got up here talking shit. That's all.
Yeah, that's all he was doing. Talking about something we dumb because what he said the camera wasn't invented until 1800 something. Bitch, we know that. But people
Bro,
keep
this
saying that
Alfonso
if we
dude is
was here
talking
before,
shit, bro. He
huh?
must have went back on a conquering campaign. Cause every time I look up in the 1500s, it's Alfonso D. Albuquerque. He's conquering shit.
Well,
And then he told us we need to go to college. I say, sir, clearly college ain't doing nothing for you because you don't even know how to comprehend. So shut up.
anybody will tell you we was everywhere and Egypt is in America, they ain't never stepped foot in a damn library, let alone went to a fucking college. We're tired. We're tired of that.
Hey, Sutton, have you ever seen Earth Speaks mention who his family was?
Yeah, some dude named Littlefoot or some shit.
Huh?
What's the dude's name? Littlefoot, Bigfoot.
No. So someone sent me a video just now. He said his mother comes from an ancient bloodline, right? And
Yeah, the proctor shit.
the Proctors. What is
Yeah,
that about?
he's didn't he break it down in the video?
It doesn't make any sense because when you look them up, they're literally Europeans. Like they're
Yeah,
Europeans.
Yeah, he's
he,
claiming it. He
he
said he's
just,
R1B1B2, which is Eurasian.
Yeah.
So I don't know why he's claiming it.
But why is he saying that's his mom? That's the Y, not the mitochondrial.
Right. I mean, I think that's what he meant when he said, "I ain't checking. Like, I'm not getting involved with the testing." That's what I think he was kind of, alluding to that, like, because he can't do the testing. I'm pretty sure if he was involved in it, he'd be bragging about it. But he knows this. He probably called them, and he was too slow to catch on to what the shit said. It said it's from father to son, so it's irrelevant for him because that's his mom. But he's just put. That's what he does with everything. He's just stretching the truth. Takes a little bit of truth and stretch that shit as much as he can, and it snap, and he still just keep trying to stretch air.
Him and Gaddy Green. I just got tagged in one of Gaddy Green's videos.
That fool don't know if his mama a damn proctor or not, cause she didn't have her damn dad or her brother do the damn test.
Yep, that too.
You know what I mean? That's a Y gene. We looked at that shit.
She's an ancient planner. One of the one of the
Looking it
ancient
up.
planters.
Like, what?
The Proctor family.
It was a tobacco farm. It was literally in Jamestown.
Damn. He just
Then,
confused inside.
and then Gaddy Green is over there talking about Stokely Carmichael again.
Man, I already pushed this shit in on that. Daddy Green, look, they know who not to fuck with on that Pan African shit. He talk
Right.
mad
What
shit
are they doing with
to
Stokely
me.
Carmichael, if I may ask?
He's American Indian and marched alongside MLK. And the thing is he doesn't even put down who he is, what his background is, how he ended up in the party that he was. Nothing. Because I did a video on Stokely. He just,
Yeah, that doesn't make sense because that's the reason why he changed his name to Kwame Ture. It doesn't make sense. He was always a Pan Africanist. I don't.
right.
He
And
always identified with
didn't
Africa.
he move to Africa too?
He
If I'm
even
not
moved to
mistaken.
Africa. Yeah, exactly. As a matter of fact, I think he died in Africa from cancer, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know what
And
he
that
does. I just know that's aggressive.
I'm not sure what they're making sense of that. That's just stupid.
and what so what they talking about that picture where Martin Luther King is walking? They saying
Yep.
somebody was there's
You
somebody that
see,
was in the
Martin Luther
picture.
King is over here walking with an American Indian during the civil rights movement.
Kwame Ture is not American Indian. He's a Pan Africanist. He was Africa all the way.
He actually invited a whole bunch of people to a debate and then put up his cash app to
He
fund it.
ain't get- So he was
It's
so
about
he
making money. It's
this
just
what
another
happened.
scam.
He talked mad shit in one of his videos about Egypt being in America, about us being true Hebrew Israelites, talking crazy to me. But I said, come to my live, I'll debate you on that shit. He came over here and started talking to us about, oh, don't you think, and it possible we could be Hebrew Israelites? He was like, brother, I ain't come over here to debate you. No, I just came over to have a casual
So
conversation. I'm like,
I remember
what?
that.
You came over, you said you was going to debunk the shit out of me. You came over here trying to be respectful and, oh,
No, no, I just want to have a beer with y'all.
right? You don't think we're Hebrew Israelites, man? It could be possible. You don't think that
Okay.
the original Hebrews started in America and they migrated over there? I'm like, what, bro? You just came over here to ask us what we think.
Yeah, let me
You
ask you something. Let me ask you something. You don't think that they try to cover up stuff? We ain't talking about what the hell we think. We talking about what you said you could prove.
Like, how do these people have the platforms that they have? When you read the comments, it's like, yeah, just keep dropping those
look,
gems.
look,
Yeah.
look, Anna, we need to do create that G14 and just post the same shit they post, and you'll see how big your platform is.
That's
They like
crazy.
that shit.
So it's
Yeah,
about making money.
we
That's
love
what it's
Look,
pseudo
really
we
shit.
about.
was
That's
in
what this whole thing is
competition.
about. Just making money.
Who was gonna get live access first when we created our G14s? This nigga beat me for like 2 days.
Nothing. That shit on autopilot. Just something stupid. You just scroll and look for something dumb.
It was
Download it and post
less
it.
than 3 weeks. We had
Autopilot.
And so I got this person right here, Eva Parentes, who are God's chosen people, period. The collective consciousness is our biggest tool. Oh my goodness.
Collective consciousness.
What the fuck is stretching? I gotta see what this is.
Eva Parente, we are God's chosen people, period. The collective consciousness is our biggest tool. This person actually followed me on a comment I made about basically genetic, genetically engineered mosquitoes, and it's been in my comment section ever since.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Shouldn't have said
The
that.
genetically engineered. So you're what were you saying about? I don't get bit by mosquitoes. First of all, I don't know
Mhm.
why they don't like me. They don't like one of my sons too. So you said that they do something to kind of keep things down, JD.
It's a really bad situation down in South America, especially everywhere African Americans were, everywhere where Africans were transported. Yellow fever, malaria actually has raised its head, and so because America's done a very successful, has the government of the United States did a very successful job because they realized how dangerous that yellow fever is. The last thing that they wanted was another situation in the 1800s, like what happened to Tennessee, was almost bankrupt from yellow fever. It almost went bankrupt a year. So basically, down south they don't have the same protocols, and it's a really bad situation down there. So they are so desperate, basically, to reduce malaria and yellow fever there that they've actually started genetic engineering certain mosquitoes with markers. And so these markers are designed basically to glow under certain lights so that they can actually see that they can see it's a genetically engineered mosquito that is designed to reduce to cut the basically the stages of when a mosquito actually has malaria to try and kill the mosquitoes before they actually get it. So that's the whole idea. And basically, it's kind of I would say basically Pandora's box. They're doing this, but they're doing this in the South. They're not doing it here in the United States because it's kind of looked at like we don't know what's going to happen if you do this, whether or not it's going to work. But they're desperate down there in South America, so they're trying it.
They have
That's
yellow
some
fever here
wild
in
shit.
Florida somewhere. Just
Not
recently.
yellow fever, but we've actually had a mild cases of malaria, particularly down in Florida and Georgia. There have been a couple of cases. There have been a few cases actually. I think sometimes cases of malaria don't happen here in America. They originate in other parts of the world, and then when people travel, they bring it back to America as well. So that's also what happens too.
We just had a few here too. I think was that Western? I don't know. Let me
Yeah,
see.
there are two
I think it
strands
was
of
Western Mass.
malaria basically. Yeah, there are two strands of malaria actually out there. The one that there's a mild strand and then there's a killer strand. And the one that the killer strand, if you survive, that's the one that creates genetic faults that lead to sickle cell traits, sickle cell anemia, G6PD, thalassemia. So there are two different ones out there, and we so far had the milder version so far.
And so somebody got a hold of that, and then they just ran with it, like always, right?
Yeah, it's a tough thing because, like I said, there's a lot out there, and yeah, they just basically just ran with it. Not sure, and I think it's one of the reasons why you can't tell everybody everything. Not everybody's ready or can take information and decipher it and understand it and know enough about it, and that's one of the problems. I think of telling some people everything. They're just not ready for it.
I mean, remember?
Yeah.
Okay, do you guys remember that when they had the fake cabbage that they were making the Chinese people or Asian whoever with the wax? They were putting the wax in. They were making cabbage, and people were saying that our cabbage at the stores are wax. Like people really believe that too. Like instead of just researching that this is not our food that we're eating and stuff like that. I know my sister just sent me something about the avocados. Did y'all hear about something with avocados?
Nah.
They
I
said
did.
there's some new genetically engineered avocados or something, and she was telling me not to get a certain kind of avocado. I don't know.
No, but I've heard some of the worst xenophobic ever, basically about Chinese people eating human feet and hands and things like that. That was a terrible one.
I never hear that. I just wanted to pop up here because someone sent me those videos, and I'm like, what is this man talking about? Because I looked up his family over there in with Jamestown or whatever. I don't understand how that's ancient. Um, it said his whole family thing. He was on a plantation and everything. Like, I don't know if anything, I probably wouldn't even mention that if I was him. But yeah. But yeah, I also sent the, I don't know if anybody see the link or anything, but I did find the link that he had. I looked it up and it tells their whole life story. So I think I sent it to Port City.
You sent that today?
I just sent it before I got up here because I was like, let me look up these Proctor people.
Oh
What is-
yeah, yeah. We literally looked at that what, yesterday or something.
Oh
Yeah,
my
we saw that
gosh.
dumb shit. Yeah, that was dumb.
I'd
And then
also
like I was
say
just saying, why DNA? That can't be his mom.
Right. Unless dude looks like a lady or something, you know.
Also, if you're going to travel to Jamaica, be very careful. They got dengue down there. About 500 cases of dengue fever, the dengue mosquito basically infecting people down there. So be very
God
careful when you're
damn.
traveling.
I honestly have never heard of that. I think I may have, but what does it do when you get that?
Dengue fever actually can carry yellow fever, malaria. It's a certain mosquito basically that is a carrier, and basically when it can affect humans in a variety of from yellow fever, malaria, Zika. Uh, it can do the gamut of any of the flaviviruses that are out there. That's what makes it so dangerous.
Scares me is that brain eating amoeba. Like
No,
there's been
but go ahead, I'm sorry.
no, just go ahead. That scares me because a lot of there's enough people in Florida that get that, and it's from fresh water, and like kids randomly going out and just playing swimming, and then they'll have that, and the majority of them like die. I don't know if adults get it, but I know I've seen a lot of kids.
I think I heard about that. Basically, it's sort of like water that's sort of like brackish or fresh, and then they basically swallow it, inhale it through the nose, which releases to the brain, right?
Yeah, yep. Well, I'm gonna jump down, y'all. I got some things to do, but I'll be in the comments. Bye, y'all.
Peace, 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 peace.
Please take it easy and thank you.
I'm quiet, man, because I'm looking at this laptop shit, y'all.
Nigga, I'm
Uh,
looking at
I'm gonna
called
I'm
the
gonna go ahead
dent.
and actually get down to what I need to be doing to myself. I just came up here. I was hoping to basically see if we can actually have some type of dialogue with some of these folks, and clearly we can't. So you guys take it easy, okay? I'm gonna drop
All
down.
right, brother. All right, brother.
Mhm.
Have a good one.
You too.
Hey, Susan, what you just said? I couldn't hear you at first.
I'm looking at something called the dancing plague.
Gotcha. I'm just up
It's
here
in
looking.
Europe. A lot of these plagues is Europe.
A lot of them are what?
Europe. These motherfuckers got
Oh
every
yeah,
they got
yeah,
some type of fucking plague, bro.
yeah. That shit was rampant.
this is this is well. It's like every year they get a fucking plague.
Where is that fucking preface at? Nigga. Peace, y'all. Peace, peace, y'all. I'm quiet because I'm on my laptop,
The
family.
first European diplomatic mission to Ethiopia sent by the Portuguese arrived at Massawa, April the 9th. Reaches the imperial encampment of Emperor Dawit II in Suwa, October 9th. It's like nigga with Christians, not the same kind.
Peace, 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 everybody.
Who the fuck
That
is
fool
Carl?
was supposed to be debating today. I ain't see that fool. I thought he was gonna be
What
on.
happened?
I don't know. I was looking. That's why I was quiet. Um, I didn't see him pop up nowhere.
Let me go to
So
my
I was gonna reach out to him after today. So we gonna see about our shit now. This nigga probably back out. Oh no, he'll come. Pause for that dumb shit.
Yeah, he ain't
Where
on
Mo?
Dr. Yard, so
Where Mo go? He just deal. This gotta be more shit.
yeah, they ain't debate.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
He probably made that shit up too.
Hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be a clean kill, family. Take the sword, wipe the blood off. On to the next pseudo.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I see some more of these flags. I don't see them.
You said flags?
Flag. They got that
Oh,
shit.
plagues.
That shit you showed yesterday. That Spanish conquistadors. How they have allies and shit, and they was putting
Oh
motherfuckers.
yeah.
Yeah, that shit's
Yep.
on. It says Spanish conquistadors with their Axlian, however the fuck you say that word,
Mm-hmm.
allies
Mm-hmm.
fighting against the Altamies of
I told y'all.
Tezcatlipoca in present day Mexico.
Yup. And you're gonna see Cortez a couple of times pop up.
You got a nigga dressed up like a big ass chicken. It looks like I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, man, that shit went down like that. Man, remind me that I gotta talk to you about one more document, dog. Offline, off air.
Or
I said I'm geeked, then I'm fired up.
the territorial expansion of the Ottoman Empire under Salim and Arab. Yeah, but that ain't that big though. Like, why you think he took up the map on here? Like, he conquered all this shit. He didn't. And he didn't go into Anatolia,
That
Macedonia,
de-
nothing. He stayed
that
in the same.
debate with naturalism. Sorry, suit. I'm just looking at the comment. That debate never panned out. He was approached to come over to our live, which he tried to like hijack, and they never set it up. So it ain't one. He made it. He tried to make a promptu debate on the spot, and Mo wasn't having it. Mo was in the middle of a presentation on my live, and we was like, "Well,
They
come
knew we,
over here, huh?"
they knew we was doing that presentation for 3 weeks. Because
Yeah.
most, even if we debate don't happen, we still gonna do a presentation. And every day we said we was doing a presentation. So them niggas knew about it. He just don't give a fuck because he think he's everybody's daddy.
Yeah, yeah. So fuck y'all presentations. Fuck what y'all do over there. Like, nah, nigga, we still gonna do what we've been doing.
Y'all
And
been calling my name, and I told myself after I dealt with Brown Girl Pride, I was gonna do. You dealing with Brown Girl Pride, well, that was just some strange shit.
yeah, that should have been happened.
Y'all just start arguing with each other and set up a debate. Let's do it
Yeah.
now, today, 2 hours from now, bet. The winner, the loser has to get off TikTok permanently, bet. And y'all both still on TikTok.
Yeah. That should have been happened.
You can't see him like, oh, I told myself after I dealt with Brown Girl. Bro, we been calling your ass out to set
Right.
up a damn debate.
You needed to go through Brown Girl Pride to get to us. He like, I gotta do some test runs
Every
or
time
something.
we fly you on somebody else's side, we hop up there and tell you stop running from us. I'm like, set up a debate. I'm not debating, y'all. Now you want to debate because you think you found some new shit. Well, nigga, this is how y'all roll, and I tell everybody this is how y'all roll. The only time y'all niggas show up is when y'all think y'all got some new shit that's about to push our shit in, and y'all don't actually read your entire fucking source because you debunk yourself if you read the entire fucking source. Stop playing with us, bro.
Yeah, that's big facts.
Y'all like guppies in the fucking Shark Tank. What the fuck is wrong with them?
Hella weird for that.
Don't come back in my room. I didn't get these snacks for y'all. I got these snacks for me because y'all ate all my snacks. Bye,
And then
son.
them niggas never come on my live. Them niggas hopped on there. What about Juan Garrido? Opium dumbass.
He could say he wanted to debate Mo. And as soon as he
Like,
got
what
on there,
about the nigga?
he started asking questions and shit.
You don't know anything about the Black Conquistadors? And we're like, yeah. Volume 2, 3, nigga.
Yeah,
Pre-Columbian.
weird, man.
What? What the fuck? Oh, so you mean
Weirdo.
pre-Columbian and pre-colonial? That's the same thing?
Weirdo.
Pathos, nigga. You just you just found out about this pathos shit. No, I didn't know. I went to school for it. It's our first time ever hearing you talk about
Rob just found a joint where he was talking about it in March.
it.
Rob is a fucking hitman with y'all. Yo, y'all don't understand how dangerous
He
this nigga
did that.
is.
March or April or something like that. That was crazy.
Oh, God.
Brother, but you don't think it's possible that they flipped the map around and the compass is not facing the right direction and we were already here in America and they called us African American to make us think that we're actually from Africa and DNA is fake and the moon ain't real and we can eat the sun and we don't have to eat food. And you don't think that could be real?
Just a little bit.
Mango smoothies. Nigga.
You think that whole thing's real, huh? You could prove it too, huh?
Too much Kool-Aid, man. Y'all put too
What'd
much
you say? He
goddamn
said he
sugar.
drank all of it.
All of the
he, drank,
goddamn Kool-Aid.
he, said, he said he said Earth Speaks drank all of the Kool-Aid.
All of the Kool. Ain't no more left for y'all niggas to drink. That nigga took it the whole pitcher.
He licked the rim of the pitcher and shit.
All the sugar gone. Niggas gotta buy more sugar after this. That boy wildin'. He's wildin'.
I just came up here to say a couple of things and I'm going. You guys are the ones that inspired me to do my whole genealogy, and it's been a worldwide ride. I'm just gonna say that.
Okay.
That's
What's
what's
up?
up, man.
You gotta search and look.
It's a lot of different stories out here, man, and people falling for that shit. You gotta already have that stuff on deck. Pass it to your kids. Here you go.
I just found my and the genealogy is well detailed on. Yes, Anthony. It's well detailed on ancestry all the way down to my father, and it's go back 9 generations, and my father still has the same last name. Go back
Damn.
to 1500s in Connecticut, and my father still has the same last name. And if you look right here on their genealogy, she's listed as a free woman in 1500, free black woman, but her family turns to Indian.
Wait, she was a freedman first, and then she turned into a black. I mean, Indian.
She turned, okay, yeah, let me show you how they did it. Okay, hold on a second. See here, it says extracted passenger list of freemen, right? You see that at the bottom, right? She is my she's my ninth time great grandmother, right? You see at the bottom it says date and places for the first residents of New England extracted from passenger list of freedmen, colony and court records, right? Hold on, okay?
All right.
Index
I
at the
need my
top says
glasses
from
on
the
to see this shit.
1500s, right? And then list.
I need some glasses on anyway to see that, y'all. I can't see shit.
Some of it was cut off, but I could see it. Though.
I had my glasses around this bitch somewhere. I said I'm geeked and I'm fired up.
I'm about to get right next beside you. Hey, but uh, that's crazy to have that name go that far. That is wow. I think I get two in the name switch.
Yeah, my name,
Nine.
yeah.
Whoo!
My shit go
Man,
back
that's
to some
consistent.
Reeves on a goddamn plantation in
Okay, so you
goddamn
see
South
here,
Carolina.
if you make it big, you'll see here that this is the same family on the top tall nations list with the same last name, the same family, Gardner, the same family.
Damn. So your shit happened in reverse, reverse.
Oh man.
Oh
So
no.
they've been classifying Negroes as Indians this whole fucking time, bro. I'm pissed.
Yeah.
You can't stand for this shit.
Now, does this match what your family says? Not
What
to
the
be
fuck?
nosy, but
Yeah, hold on. I'm about to show you something else. Hold on.
oh my bad. Go ahead,
What
CT. My bad.
opium at?
Yeah, I need a bunch of glasses around here.
You need opium. They reclassified him as an Indian when the nigga really a Negro.
That boy's a nut.
Okay, so just to show you guys that this is what it is. My father's last name is Morris Gardner. He's still living. 1956, and this my mother at the bottom. That's me. Morris Gardner is my father. So his last name was Gardner. Even back in 1500 and to now, his last name is still the same.
Bro. Yeah, you need to tell this story, sis. Let them know that we've been reclassified as Native Americans. This got to get out to the public. We need CNN, ABC, ESPN,
MSNBC.
all that
B-
shit. ESPN
BET.
definitely need BET.
And this is my eighth time great grandfather. Name was Stephen Garrett Gardner in 1662, and my dad still has the same last name.
That's an Indian name?
Crazy. We got a story to tell.
I mean, I don't know. It's on that It's on that Choctaw roll as Gardner. But as you see, it says that she came from Canada with her husband, whose last name was Gardner. So her last name was Arnold. I don't know if somehow they were coming from Canada, and this was in 1500. I mean, New England. They say the New England colony. I gotta narrow down where that's from, because you see that was an immigration list, the first one I showed you, and it says that she was immigrating from the New England colony.
Yeah, there's only one in New England. Like, I mean, that would be Connecticut, Boston, and all that.
We go back to Yeah, okay, so see, it says Massachusetts is where he is. This eighth-time great-grandfather. You look at the bottom, it says he born his son in Massachusetts. And then from somewhere to where they became Indians is from Massachusetts to Oklahoma, because that Choctaw Roll. But when I look for my family, it's like other people have detailed it. It connected to my tree from my father. It just all of these things just start connecting to where they have the whole genealogy all the way back to like it's like 1320. So all of it, somebody else was doing it. It belongs to somebody else besides me. You know. So each time I put somebody up here, it's like a leaf will pop and it'll be their parent, and then it'll offer me more information on them and their parent. At one point in like I'll say like 1780s, this guy Stephen had a son who was a doctor. His name is like Doctor. I don't know how to pronounce his name. It seems like I got to show it to you because it seems like it's an African name to me. I really don't know where it even came from. It's like Hoda or Hodak. Maybe it's the Indian name. I don't know.
You did that all by yourself?
Hey, what else? Mm, get some like a drink.
Like I said, I started off probably like 6 months ago when I first started listening to you guys, but I had a lot of it already done for me. Like I had a lot of it done
Word.
for me,
Some
and
Mexican.
then I got 23andMe. I got a 23andMe, and it started uh linking me to other relatives. And then when I would go in there, like I said, once I linked them onto the tree, then all the other, like, that's just my father's side. My mom's side also is in America and goes back to Virginia. It literally goes back to Virginia, a part of Virginia, where they had, I guess there were colonies up there too. It's just an interesting ride. I mean, because then you get to see pictures, and like one of my relatives has a statue in Maryland because he was in the army, like as a colored soldier, and they show you they like show you everything, like his pension papers. They show you the write-ups in the papers about him. Like they show you everything about the person that you're looking for.
Uh, yes. Oh, you said you got something to drink, bag? Let me room. Lorenzo. I don't think she
My
coming
bad,
back.
y'all. Looking for shit, man. I keep going in and out of this thing. Did where that homegirl go? She showed her 23andMe results.
Yeah, she might come back. Hold on.
This nigga Natural was on there talking about all my genetic people connect to Americas. I don't got any connections with anybody with Africa. When you take them tests, they ain't gonna connect you with any Africans. Well, nigga, I mean, the company is in America, so most African Americans take the goddamn test, man. And they connect you with different genetic markers that are around the fucking world from indigenous groups from around the world that hadn't left anywhere, been in the same place. You can't get around that shit, nigga. You are 38% Nigerian. Natural, if you listening. Nigga.
That nigga know he African. He just in denial.
Yeah. He hate it. He hate it. Like, damn, you can't stay in Africa that much. Like, what's wrong with, you know, the connection to it? Why you want to sever it? That's something I don't think I'll never understand. But it's a mental.
Juan Guido, a Black African from the Spanish explorers in 1513. Yeah, they already had Africans here by then. They got some documented in 1502.
Oh yeah, yeah, over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had that
Well,
incident in South Carolina.
what the fuck is it? Are you talking about the 12 tribes was over here in America?
Oh shit, here we go.
What's up, people?
Hey,
So,
peace.
Not much chilling. Show me a black person that was meant to fit that too. I don't think there was a black person in America around that time.
okay.
Congratulations.
Having an opinion means I should be congratulated. That's amazing, man. Appreciate it.
You want a can of corn,
Get that corn, y'all.
the consolation prize.
That's right.
All black people at some point came from Africa. Been coming around a lot of people claiming to be indigenous and native to the Americas, when in fact that's far from the truth. You know, it's ridiculous, really. Why do you want to be something you're not when you can be something you are? Be proud of who you are, man. You're African. Remember that.
Yeah, hey, whoa, you don't gotta tell us. Whoa,
Oh
whoa,
no,
slow
not
down.
not you. No, I'm talking to the chat, folks that are pretending to be indigenous to
I
the
believe, I
Americas.
believe, I believe that, but I just don't believe that we all came here through slavery.
That's fair.
If someone tells you we all came to America on a ship brought by white people, that's a lie. Because
Okay,
you
I believe that. I
know,
believe
arrived
that,
here,
but I
but
don't.
they've arrived separately on their own expeditions, and they've traveled the world
My
before the white people did.
my
Also,
23 and Me
What?
definitely the one who got me
Yeah.
to all of the information I got definitely says I'm from Africa.
yeah, 20
What?
Definitely.
though.
Hold
So
on. Go back to what you just
What,
said. You said what
what
now?
expedition?
The 23 and Me that I used to create my tree, the
Hmm.
23 and Me definitely says I'm from Africa.
Okay, I got you. That's what's
Yeah,
up.
yeah, I see that. But yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know about no
hey,
expedition and all
my
that
bad,
shit.
bro. Go ahead.
Get back to the. What would you say something about expeditions? Africans came over here prior to the contact of the
Yeah.
Europeans. That what you
What is
said?
these? What are these other
Like,
ways?
uh,
You do know that Africans had, advanced civilizations that the Europeans and white people don't want to teach you, right? There are more pyramids found in America compared to like Egypt and Africa and Sudan and whatnot. You
What
know,
is it? Pyramids.
what was that?
I don't understand
I
what
mean,
is
it's
it.
not the same size, but the
I mean, it's the same
Uh,
way they got to Australia, right? And the same way they got to Melanesia, right?
yeah.
hold on.
yeah,
Okay.
I don't get the fascination
Slow
Yeah,
with
down.
it.
well,
Hold on. Slow
I
down. Slow
believe black
down. We
people
going all
have
over the
always
place.
been everywhere.
Yeah, but
On
we
the globe.
know. But hold on, we know they got over there because they there, right? And they've been there for a long ass time. And everybody that pulled up there said that they were already there when they got there. That's not happening with America. Everybody's describing these people the same way. They look just like the people who said they were here. So black people can't say that. Now, if it's some little exceptions here and there, it's not going to be that serious. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's just we don't have any proof that we were over here in like mass numbers or anything. Anything's possible with just something happening. But if we talking about expeditions, that's big. That's not just people, slipping through the cracks, escaping somewhere, running away, accidentally ending up over here getting held captive or whatever. We talking about somebody was trading, or at least, unless you're saying they pulled up and just got their block knocked off. If they
Saying
What do
that.
you
pulled up,
believe?
if they
Say, what
pulled
do
up,
you
When
if
believe?
they pulled,
when
hold on,
people,
one more thing. If
yeah,
they pulled
go ahead.
up and successfully remained here and traded and went back and forth, there would be so much evidence. It wouldn't even
Hmm.
be people suggesting that this happened. It would already just be known.
Okay, so when this, can you ask me, when do you believe that all the black people got here through slavery?
No,
And
no one's
what
saying
year,
that.
okay, so
No,
that's what he just said, right?
long as it ain't no. Well, I'm not gonna. Well, me personally, I can't. I don't have any other evidence other than
Okay, so
explorers,
when did slavery start?
slavery.
You had
Slavery has been going on for a long time before
yeah.
the transatlantic.
Right. So when did it start to North America or to the USA?
16th century. South America, you can go back to the 15th century.
Now you had look, sister. You had a
And
person
I
named
just told you before that I
oh,
can
sister,
trace my family
sister.
back to 1500
Well, you had
by
African people
name.
over here in the 1500s, but you had one of the first black dudes that was free that came over here on a ship named Juan Rodriguez in New York. So you did have free black people come.
I
It
mean,
was a
technically,
free.
he wasn't free if his name was Juan Rodriguez.
He
Well,
was
the
that
letter
if you
says
read
that he
about him.
was. Some of their letters with these
That's a
Negroes
European
that
name,
came
my
early
brother.
on, it says that
I'm
they were
just
to
saying
not
what.
be treated as slaves. They
Yeah,
were
like
supposed to be
read
free
about him.
people. They were supposed to spy, explore land, collect data, and bring it back. I mean, we're
First
not
of
trying to
all,
say
bro.
they were special,
Yeah,
like they were, they still were in
yeah.
bondage. They just grew up like that, I guess.
And if you read about Juan Rodriguez, he didn't play that shit. He was defiant. He ran. He jumped off the ship. He bust shots at them motherfuckers. He told them he wanted to stay in New York. If you read about him, he wasn't just a servant or nothing like that. Like he he was like a gun trader. He had like musket guns he was trading and shit, and fur and shit like that. So he was a
Yeah.
known
So my
dude.
question is, how did the majority of the black people in the Americas, how did the Europeans bring them
A
here?
lot of people came through the transatlantic slave
So,
trade.
so,
People don't
so
want
okay.
to
So
understand
I'm
that.
getting you
Like
guys'
that
point.
happened
You're
too.
saying black people were brought here on slave ships and the conversation really.
No, 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 no.
I
If
didn't
you
say that.
have
I
the
said
No, no, it's a
information,
question. No, it's
then
not a
we have
comment.
to. No, if the information is there, then we have to make sure it's credible, and then look at the method, how the conclusion was came to, and then that's it. And then we also have
well,
to focus on the time period. We can't look at all of the black people that's here in America now and go, how did they all get here? Damn, look at all these black people. No, pick a time period. Say it's 1530, then we'll see. We'll look at that timeline and see what was going on. But we're not going to use how many people are here today and try to say how they got here over the course of 500 years. That's crazy.
But what we will do is use the historical record. Like you can look up Juan Rodriguez, and when he came, this was during the Dutch in 1613, I believe. You can actually look that up, and you have actual documents of the slave trade with the ships and with the cargo and all that shit. So, like that's what we're saying. So we can look at that and say, okay, that happened,
Yeah, but
right? Because we have primary
well,
documents. You
am
know
I
what I mean?
cutting you off, brother? My bad.
No, go ahead, bro.
I'm
Go
still
ahead.
learning.
You got it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, majority of the people that claim to, majority of the people that claim that Africans are, you know, were brought on ships or people from like West Africa. You got countries like Nigeria, Ghana, Senegal. It's those West Africans that claim that African Americans, you know, are their people. Like I've been all over Africa. I've been to South Africa. I've been to East Africa, and when I speak to those Africans, they say we got nothing to do with African Americans. But when you run into a Nigerian, they'll tell you, hey, Jamaicans and people in the Caribbeans and the people in the Americas, those are our sons and daughters. You know what I'm saying? So we might need to communicate with them and see what they're saying. Try to understand, because when we say
But
Africa, Africa's a big ass continent. You got North Africa, East Africa, South.
well, I
But
mean, not all of Africa was sent over here. There were certain
yeah,
parts,
exactly.
Angola, Congolese, Nigeria. There's different parts, and
Yeah,
we as
specifically
African
West
Americans are an
Africans.
amalgamation of
I mean,
all
they're
of
the ones
those
that come here
areas.
Right.
and
You dig
they
what I'm
they
saying?
try
I
to be
mean,
African American. You know what I'm saying? They want to
But
get the
did you not
our
hear what I
reparations.
just
DNA
said?
be hitting shit
Like,
that ain't fully
yeah.
documented in history. Like people be showing up with a lot of markers from regions where that ain't really part of the damn manifest that much, but it still happened. So we're not catching. Remember, we're not catching everything. So that's the DNA does tell the rest of the story. We got what's been documented and what we can conclude from that, and then your DNA is part of it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I don't understand why some people, when you mention DNA, they get upset. I've met people when I'm like, "Yo, just take a DNA test, or and see who you are." They're like, "Well, that industry is run by white people, and they'll give us false information. They're trying to send us to Africa. They're trying to make us leave America and move to
That's like the
Africa."
oxymoron. That's like an
Yeah,
oxymoron. How can you?
they got this whole agenda when it's not really that way. You can literally you are more American than anyone else because you didn't come here on your own to begin with. All these people they came because they chose to. You came here, you were born here. Technically, you are somewhat native because you didn't have a choice. So you can say you're native because this is your land and you were brought here. But to say I don't want to go to Africa. I hate them Africans. They got an agenda against us. The whole
Well,
situation is
for now, we can't say we native because those technicalities open up doors, and people go to the point of no return with that shit. They'll turn into 100% Indian, looking like 100% African and shit. So we can't do no technicalities. We not natives. You know, ain't no
But how can you?
technicalities, bro.
it's a
We gotta leave certain doors
I
closed,
like
bro.
a
I just
Those
said in
doors
mentality.
my
have to
How
stay
can?
record.
shut.
How
I
can you?
just
How can
said
you
in
even
my
deny
record.
the fact that?
I just said in my record that they changed the freedman from 1500 to an Indian. That's what happened in my family tree,
That's crazy.
and
That is
I
wild.
that's
But
what
I mean,
happened.
not. But somebody, it could have been. Is that the oldest record you have, or is that like in the middle of your line
The oldest
somewhere?
record I have is 1500. They
And
changed him around. They changed him around like the early 1700s. He's listed
The little
with
blue.
his whole family on a Choctaw log. It's the
yeah,
same
well,
generation with the same last name.
Yo, I can't see shit. Can y'all hear me?
nah, it's a black screen right now. I hear you though.
Yo, why is it every black person in America that claims to be indigenous? It's because their grandma said so. That's really what I want.
I
Yo, my
never
grandma
even
said he
thought.
was
I
Indian.
never
She had,
even thought or
and the
claimed.
word they always
It
use
just
is good
happened to
hair.
be
She
You
had
know
there.
good
why?
hair.
It's
What the
because
fuck
it's
does that
because
even
back then
mean?
people were just trying to survive.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
yeah,
I
You know what I'm
never
back
even
saying?
then.
thought
And if
or
you
claimed
passed,
it.
if you
It just
passed to
happened
something
to be
else,
on there.
that's what you went with. You know what I'm
That's an
saying?
aspect of it. Yeah,
I can
survival.
tell you a story about my family in New Orleans. They had some of my relatives that passed for white, and my grandfather had to go through the back. My great grandfather had to go through the back door to see his cousins.
Hold on, real quick. My bad. Rob, get come up here, bro.
They
Nah, I
asking
ain't.
what record is.
Yeah, we need Rob to come up here
Yeah, I don't.
ASAP.
That's your shit, man. That's your area,
Word up.
nigga.
That's why I'm quiet as
I
shit
can't
right
I
now.
can't say too much about it. Go
Nah, we
ahead,
got
Yeah,
Apple.
Rob.
you
My
were
bad.
saying something about your grandma or your family or something.
Well, me?
Yeah.
No, no, it's just like my family is very mixed, but in New Orleans, you know how they have Creoles. Well, some Creoles passed as, white. And my great grandfather was very dark skinned, and he had to see some of his relatives and go through the back door because they were passing as white to survive. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy of how, people just wanted to be something else because it was just so hard to be what you were. You know what I'm saying? So people was just trying to get in where they fit in and trying to survive, and that's why people claim what they are, is because it's like an identity issue. They can't handle it on some parts of it. You know what I'm saying? So they try to identify as something else. But they're all mixed. Everybody's mixed. You know.
I read about that. A lot of people in Louisiana was passing back then. So I can't remember where I read that at, but yeah, I'm familiar with it. But yeah, I mean, shit, if you a Negro in America and you get better treatment as pretending to be somebody else, hey,
My
that's what
nigga.
you
Okay.
did. That's what you did. I'm just saying the shit did happen. This was the reason that it happened. Niggas got better treat. Look at Noble Drew Ali or
That
Timothy
sound
Drew or
like
whatever
some more. Yeah, I was about to
the
say that
nigga
sounds
name.
exactly like what the Moors be saying. He would get better treatment if we just claim this shit.
Yeah, they did though. They did back then
Yeah,
in the
they
20s
not
and the
today.
30s.
Today, I don't think that's making a damn difference. And
Nah, it ain't making
even,
no difference today.
I mean, if you could fool them with the appearance, I think back then it'd do something. But I don't think back then you could look too African and claim that shit. It wouldn't matter what the hell you said.
Oh, if a nigga saying he was from somewhere in Africa, you get
Yo,
better
anyone,
treatment.
anyone, anyone could have been a Moor back in the day because it was based on religion, not based on, the ethnic background. You had white, black, even Asian Moors because it was a Islamic conquest. They went to, Europe to pretty much spread Islam. And with an empire like that, the generals, the leaders, everyone was, majority were black because majority of the recruits were from Africa. You know, so it's about how you dress too. When you had the more outfit on, don't matter how you look as long as you're more, you speak a little Arabic, and you're serving in the Moor dynasty, you're good to go. That's why a lot of people in like Spain have like African ancestry because the motherfuckers was fucking down there. Excuse my language.
Everybody was getting it.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, let me if I can remember dude's name. This dude was pretending he was an African American. He was pretending to be from the Congo or some shit like that, and he was going all across America doing shows and shit and getting all this special treatment. But this nigga was really from Chicago or some shit like that. Like, the nigga had a big ass ring in his nose, all that shit.
That nigga was from Milwaukee.
Yeah, they found out.
Who's he
Ahead of
talking
his time, for real.
So niggas was passing, bro. As long as you wasn't a Negro from the South, you could have been from Africa somewhere. You gonna get better treatment than a Negro from the South.
That's
That's wild.
crazy.
And
That's
all them
right.
Negroes
You
back
know
in the
why
day
that
that
is,
actually
right?
mixed with the white people, all the biracial children ended up marrying white people. They were just absorbed into the fucking European in the European system, really. And even today, in the modern era, a lot of biracial folks end up marrying white people, and them kids become white passing as hell because they're fucking 75% European, you know. And they just those kids
But
end
I
up
can,
marrying more white people.
but you know what? You know what?
And I've
I can
always,
see
excuse me, bro,
why
I've always
people was
used to say
claiming.
maybe we should. The only way we can take over the white race is by marrying all their women and trying to produce more black children. But then I realized the biracial motherfuckers they love that white side. So even if we do that, the motherfucking biracial children is gonna end up marrying white people. Majority of them marry white
Man,
people. It's crazy.
that's a crazy generalization. That shit's crazy.
It really is. But I've been doing research lately, bro, and I came to the conclusion that majority of those mixed children end up marrying into white communities. It's
And what kind of research? Yeah, but here's the thing. Look, you got to
the
look at
majority of them.
location.
You can search it up, bro. I'm not
Nah.
even
So
joking.
so look here. Let me explain to you how that works, man. It's location. Just like if you're in a predominantly YT area or the predominantly black area, that's what it's pretty much based on. It's based on who you're around. So you can't really say that it's majority of this because there's not really a study like that. That's very subjective.
Okay, absolutely. I take an L on that. But if you look on social media, uh, for themselves, majority of the mixed biracial people that I personally met, I've grew up with them, went to school with them, experience with them. Some of my closest friends are actually half white, half black, and most of them are dating white chicks. You know what I'm saying? We
What
joke
kind of
about this all the
area? What
time.
kind of area you in? What
No,
kind of area do you stay in?
I live in a very diverse area. I live in Seattle, fucking very, very diverse.
Right.
So
Like I said, it's area dependent and who's around.
Makes
That's what it
sense.
normally boils
yeah,
down to
but
now.
I live in an area where it's very diverse. You know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of white people too, and they still find
Right. But
they
then
they, they
then you got
still go
another
to the fucking
dynamic.
like they go to Bellevue and Olympia and shit. They find some white chicks. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. We joke about this all the time, and it's something that I've personally realized. I've been noticing
Right.
that
But
for a
like I
while.
said,
Oh,
so
you
in my
saying they was looking for him? That's what you saying?
You gotta
so look in
leave
my
South Seattle to
travels.
find a white chick. So you telling me all the homies I know got some white girls, but they don't live in white areas. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny.
Nah, but it's there's a lot of token. There's so many different aspects to that. Just to say, to
Yeah,
boil it all down to saying, oh, they just mostly want this type of person or
that's not
that
even
type of
true.
person. So
It's not true.
so
It's like what you
that's not
said.
true.
Yeah,
No, no,
absolutely.
I'm
Don't be
No,
agreeing
putting
with
my
the
you.
way
It's
personal
he's
it,
saying
it
experience
it,
depends
into
on
the
the
it.
way he's
area.
saying it made it
It's
seem like
funny.
it was
It's
like a
funny.
genetic thing. Like since they mixed, they just gonna automatically go
Right.
look for a white
Hell
And that's what
person.
no,
I'm saying.
no.
There's so
It
many.
depends on the
What I'm
That
telling
area.
shit
you,
got to
Gender,
do with
gender,
what
area,
sensitivity
what I'm
is
telling
population.
you,
racially ambiguous and shit. So that's
right?
happening.
Was it with
Yeah.
race?
Reference,
That's what it is.
even tokens, even tokenism a little bit because you had it for a long time where they were called trophies. People used to say, hey, they're getting this one because it's going to be a trophy or this and that. So there's so many different aspects. You can't really study something like that.
I'm mixed. My dad's white, my mom's black. But I never in my life dated a white girl.
Racist.
Ever. I
But
just,
now, but no,
I
look,
did my
now,
research,
but no,
and I grew up
Yeah,
as
not
far,
not
and
not
I grew
even
up with
once,
an
bro.
identity
She's never
but
problem.
gonna touch
but
I
that.
hey,
really had an
but look,
identity
look,
problem.
look. But check what you just said though, because before this, you're saying
I
mixed
dated
kids
a
normally go
mixed
to
jump.
white. But now you are mixed and you won't go to white. You see what I'm saying? So it's very subjective. You can't make a study based on
Because I
that.
can
Hey,
never
wait a minute.
identify
Yeah,
with
that's
that, and
that's that's why
I
I
just
said
Wait a
I
minute,
believe.
man.
I
I'm
retracted what I
mixed.
said, and I said
I'm
it's a
woman. My
personal, maybe a
daddy is
personal
dope
experience.
white.
Because what you said
I'm
made
black.
complete sense. You said I was generalizing, which is fact. Took that back, and then I said, well, the people that I know, the area that I live, majority of them end up Like even the light skinned shorties, right? All of them are dating white dudes.
But it's just the reason why I just never got into that is because white folks, I understood like white folks would never understand the struggle of black people in America. In America, they'll never understand it. They won't get it. I went through hella like racism when I was a kid because my hair, I got a afro, so people automatically knew what I was. It was like nigga with the hard R at the end of it, nigger. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And it was just like
Like
I got a
They
reality
bombed
check
on his
real at a
ass.
real young age. You know what I'm
Yeah, but
saying? So I was just
Apple, with
like,
your
yeah.
genetics, bro, if you were to end up marrying a white chick, your kids would be 100% white passing.
Oh, for real.
What?
Like
yeah.
they'd get
Hell
Hey, you
they'll
know
no.
get all
what?
the fucking benefits and
That
shit.
don't work
They won't
like
get
that, bro.
pulled
That's not
over,
how
none
that
of that
works.
shit.
But I wouldn't
No.
want
Nah,
that.
man, not
I wouldn't
nah.
want
Yeah,
That
that.
shit
it
don't.
don't.
Nah, man.
You
That's not
don't
how that
You
look.
got a
works, bro.
genetic
You don't know
lottery,
how many
dog.
generations it's gonna
You don't
take
know how that shit. Yeah,
before that shit
that
just
shit
end
might
up.
pop
Yo, and it
off
still might bubble up. Like you'll get
different.
one that look like he's 70, 80% white, have a kid with a white person,
I
boom,
got
and
it.
it go back
Hey, you
looking
know
like it was
what?
just half and half.
I got
Yep.
another
Your
example.
genetic lottery might be
My
different,
wife
man.
is
That's what
Yeah,
makes
because
African.
it crazy.
you're still carrying the DNA. It doesn't mean you're gonna pass it
Yeah,
each time evenly.
right. It's like a genetic lottery.
Yeah, you don't know because my daughter,
Yeah.
she's chocolate, like chocolate. And they did my wife is from South Africa. She's Zulu. She's, African. And so when I was trying to get her, she was born in South Africa. When I was trying to get her here, the lady didn't believe that was my daughter. They had to do a DNA test and everything. And I'm just like, she's mine. But
Like, why you
you
trying
know
to
what I'm
kidnap
saying? You
this?
just
Right?
Where are you taking
We
us?
need to
So,
talk to you. What are your plans?
hey man, I think I came up late, man. What happened to the genealogy joint? I wanted to
Yeah,
see that.
man. Damn, you let that shit slip through the cracks, Rob. She'll be back
All right,
though.
how many of y'all got y'all genealogy tests? Well, better yet, the DNA test.
I got
how
my
are they doing
DNA.
the genealogy though? That's what I was
Yeah,
always
let's see
interested
that.
in. How are they
It
getting
don't
the
matter, just
genealogy
take
back?
them. Mass back, take multiple tests. If you got one
Yeah,
genealogy,
I
do
took.
one.
Hold on, you took DNA and genealogy.
Just
Yeah.
just don't take no DNA test if you done committed a crime in the past, man. Don't do that. Stay away from the fucking
Man, they
DNA
already got our
prototype or whatnot.
DNA. Hey, look, they already
Hold on,
got
hold
our
on, hold
You
on.
was
DNA
You
getting
gonna
You
in
get
hemmed
the
took
up.
shot.
federal
you took
system.
both. You did both.
And I did them all. I did the
What
DNA
your shit
test when I
say?
went to jail for robbing that bank, and I took a DNA test for my ancestry, and one from Africa, and they all came back that I'm YT.
Word.
Yep, I'm blacker than a motherfucker.
You said you
DNA
took
test
all
came back and
they
says
they
UYT.
Yep,
They send you a
crazy
wrong.
And
dog.
They
and you
send you the
said you
wrong
black.
sample,
Hell
my
Right.
yeah.
guy.
I'm blacker
I,
than a
I have to
motherfucker,
see
and
that.
I'm
I
white.
gotta see that.
Yeah, man, I got
Man.
pissed off, man. It's embarrassing to say this, to tell people this, cause I almost, man, I was ready to just say fuck it.
So what's
I
your
was
Well,
ready.
let me
genealogy
take a.
say then?
Hey,
What that say?
Yeah, it came back. It came back 39% Polish,
Oh my
um
god.
So you Polish?
59% I not Irish
Polish
but
is crazy, bro.
Italian Sicilian, and
Like
two
man, flip your
percent
camera on,
black,
dog.
and two
Man,
percent
flip
so
your
you
black.
camera
like
on.
black Irish Polish? Um
Hey, bro,
Nah,
you gotta
bro,
Yo,
flip
admit,
your
bro.
that
camera
nigga
on, bro.
said his
Yeah,
genealogy came back. Oh man.
Hey, technically,
I
now
know
Ain't
hold
no
on. If
way
Polish
you
they
look
must
people,
into
have
the
messed
so
up.
go
DNA,
ahead and
yeah,
flip
So
your
we
it
don't
camera
know
came
which
on.
back.
test
I
is
Oh
paid
real.
I
man.
paid $2,000 for my test.
Ah,
$2,000
shit.
Yep,
nigga.
because none of them came from
Whoa.
Africa. I got it from my African
Uh,
partner I met on TikTok.
Man, you just
So you
wasted
dropped two
$2 million
he
stacks on
just
dollars.
that.
Yep,
he
On
got
which
you.
one? The
yep.
He got you.
genealogy test or the
Oh nigga,
DNA test?
what?
Man,
The
that shit ain't say
DNA
yo
test.
damn Polish.
The
Hell
DNA
DNA
no.
test.
test was 2,000.
Dude
How
got
much
Genealogy
was
away.
the
They fucked that
genealogy
shit up.
test?
Ain't no way.
they
Genealogy
fucked it up
test
with the
Ain't
said
no
test,
that
way.
my
brother.
parents were
You
black,
don't look
Ain't
you
no
don't
but
way.
look
But
Polish at all.
my
He
great
said he
great
spent
great
2,000.
grandparents was one of the first slave masters here in America.
Word. The
Yep.
slave master. Okay.
Yeah, what's his name?
What year
Willie
was that?
Lynch. Yeah, his name
Okay,
was
so you
Willie Lynch.
trolling. This nigga
Oh,
trolling.
oh, nah, yeah, you straight trolling, my man.
You trolling.
Oh,
Look at him smiling.
That
this
He
brother,
looking
nigga
like
dumb.
shit.
man,
You know I
Fucking
had this
idiot.
nigga.
shit.
See, we
My
about to
man
have
said he
white
took a
tees busting
genealogy
up. See, I
test.
No.
told you your own was slaving y'all. Look at him. That's Willie Lynch's grandson.
Nigga said Willie Lynch.
Man, your ass tripping. You know, damn.
Nigga trolling.
He said
Motherfuckers like this
he took
motherfucker
I had to turn
white
on my
a
too.
fucking
camera.
genealogy
He
test.
got
Yeah,
hella.
all of them came back YT. All of them
That's
came
a
Nah,
Man,
back
he
hell of
got
a
YT.
Right.
money.
test.
What happened when he said 2000? He paid 2000 for. I was like, hell no. If you pay 2000 and had an African dude do it, he probably typed that shit up and sent it to you.
you probably got one of them from one of them
Look,
Nigerian princes or something.
Like,
One of
hold
them
on, take
letters.
my pee. Take my piss.
nah, I'm willing to bet if you really paid 2,000 for that, you ain't getting no results back.
Man, African girls, man, they be loving
They ain't
African
sending you
American
shit. They just
girls.
took that and
Hey, y'all got to go to Ghana. Y'all got to go get y'all girls from Ghana.
Hey, wait, is
Don't
that
be
what you?
coming up here
working
disrespecting
on.
no black queens now. We don't
Nah,
play
I'm
that
not
shit over here.
Hey, is
disrespecting
that?
my black
Okay.
queens. I'm just
Cause
saying,
sometimes,
there's a lot of good
okay,
ones that really love black men in Ghana.
okay, that's what's up. Shout out to the West
Who
Africans
the fuck
As
you talking?
opposed to American ones?
Oh,
everywhere,
see you
everywhere.
come here.
Queens all around the world.
Are you saying that opposed to American women?
Oh, American women are the best. They're the only ones that's suitable
Oh,
for
okay.
me. You know why I love my
Uh,
black American African women? They more like-minded like me, you know? They
Mm,
understand me more. We're going through the same fucking struggle together. And I know that if I'm over
okay.
here in the States with a black American woman, she
mm,
know what was going on. She know the whole fucking ordeal in the state. So she know
yeah,
how to walk, how to move, who to talk to, who not to talk to. African women, when they come over here, they see all this damn concrete and these buildings. They think they're up in paradise. And come finding out they just another nigga just like us. And it's like, man, you could tap dance and dance with that broom all you want for these white tees in the hospital, but you still ain't gonna never be accepted. Even when you marry one of them motherfuckers, they still ain't gonna accept you. Cause most likely, when we enter, when we get in these relationships with them, especially our women's, with these YT men, they go up in a marriage and they sign a prenup. They make the women sign prenuptial, so they don't get majority of nothing when they get divorced or leave, or unless if they pass on. So it's like, man, why should I sell myself short? Because thinking about it, when was there blacks here in America? 1400. Before 1400, it wasn't nobody here but some, but blacks and them what they call them dudes, them native,
You know where you at?
yeah. I'm in
Wait,
America.
what? Oh man,
Oh,
you said what was here?
Yeah, it was the only ones here was here in America before 1992 was blacks, the Moors, and the ones
oh
that they
no.
was enslaving from Africa to bring over here, and
Before
some
1992?
mother, yep, and the Mayans.
1990
Where was the Moors
Oh
hanging
motherfuckers.
at?
shit.
Oh, damn. They got
I
upgrades.
don't know, they was all over fucking Africa. If they went to Europe, if they went to Europe to show them motherfuckers how to wipe their ass and shit, and they went to
What year was that?
America, what you say?
What year was that?
I do not know. It was way before 1942. I mean
1942. All right,
1400.
I got you.
Yeah, it
Damn,
was way
14. Oh
before
shit.
1492. Moors entered
1492.
here. Way, yeah,
Over,
it had
over.
to
You
be.
talking about over here? Over here in America?
Over here, they came from Africa, from Morocco, all the way over here.
And that was 1492. You say right?
That was way before. That
Oh,
was
way before
before slavery.
1492. Okay.
All right, so what type of games you playing, bro?
Nah, I was just making sure I got this. I'm clarifying it.
All right. Yeah, basically that's all I
Now,
know. I'm not as knowledgeable, but basically, yeah, shit. If there was any blacks here before Christopher Columbus, then it had to be the Moors. Those who them and the Egyptian pharaohs was the only ones with ships that could sail
so
the
the
ocean.
Egyptians and the Moors would have been over here?
All
Nah,
right, bro,
man.
you're playing fucking games. But the
No, you gotta
Egyptians
slow
had
down, Turbo. You speeding. You just said the Moors was over here before 1492. And then you
shit. They
said you a
said they
little
found the.
unknowledgeable
Wasn't
about
you
it,
the
and you ain't
motherfucker who
show us
said
no
that they
source on
found
it.
the pyramid up in San Francisco?
In San Fran?
Damn.
Come on, yo.
Yeah, I remember that live you was in. You said they found the pyramid in San
I ain't say that
Francisco.
shit on my
And I
live,
was
nigga.
trying to tell your dumb ass that's the fucking
No, no, no,
transit
you ain't
building,
tell me
bro.
that because you weren't on my live. I don't even remember seeing you, dog.
Man, I
I don't
swear
even,
to
you don't
God,
even know.
I even
Nah, you
told,
weren't
I
on my
said,
Poor,
live.
bro,
I
that's
don't
a
talk
poor
about
was
building,
over there.
pyramids in
not a
America,
pyramid.
dog.
It's
Poor ate
shaped
that
like a
Dane.
pyramid.
God damn, yeah. Boy, you been sneaking in some corn?
He ain't know
Ain't
what was
no
in it though. He was like,
goddamn
"Oh,
well, I
what the
don't think no
fuck? I
shit
need to
like
get the
that.
hell up out of this bitch." He already caught your ass.
All right,
Talking
all
about
right,
goddamn
all right. Check
pyramids and
this
That
shit.
out,
Dane's
y'all.
What you
Check
strong,
say,
this
bro.
San
out.
Francisco?
Check this out, y'all. Who invented corn?
Oh my
It's gonna
God.
blow your fucking mind.
They didn't invent
I was, you know what?
corn.
No, hold on. No, no, no. Stop, Mo.
What
Stop,
you
Mo.
mean?
I was try. Hey, no, hold
Oh,
on,
good.
Mo. Yo, who invented corn, yo? Cause I was looking for that, yo. Who
Yeah.
did that?
Who engineered it?
The Moors.
Oh
What?
shoot.
Think
Where's my
about it.
what button at, yo? I need the what
You've
Corn
button.
been on
came
that
from
damn.
Africa.
You
Them
know who
niggas
Earth
made
Speaks is?
land corn.
You,
The
you
Earth
know who Earth
Speaks.
So,
speaks?
Earth speaks viruses.
So we talking about more corn, huh? Ain't that a bitch?
oh man,
More
they
corn,
invented the
Rob.
corn. Yo,
Yes,
how
yes.
did they
Look
do
it
that,
up,
man? Is
y'all.
it?
Look it up. You're gonna find out. It wasn't no corn here in America. You really
The
Moors.
have to
Okay.
Moors
look in
brought
the
it over here.
dictionaries and the encyclopedias.
So the
Do some
Hey,
Moors
digging.
brought the
let me
corn
ask
over here.
hey, let me ask you something, right?
Damn, that
Like what
nigga
kind of, is there
gone.
a tablet? Is there like a
He gone,
manuscript or
Rob.
something that shows how they made this? Oh
That
damn.
nigga gone, Rob. He left us, dog. He left us with this damn corn.
God, they inventing corn now, huh?
That nigga
The
said the
Moors,
Moors
right?
came over here with the corn.
Morris
Yeah.
corn. That's right.
You said
I think I need to go get
Berries
my
and
psychology.
encyclopedias.
that nigga said I
I
said
need,
a fucking pyramid was in Chicago.
San
Who said I said that
Francisco.
shit?
I saw you. Ain't you the dude that said they had found a
Nigga,
pyramid in
I
San
don't know you,
Francisco?
nigga.
Nigga pour some.
Like, why don't people get that if they found pyramids? You wouldn't have to announce it on TikTok.
Mhm. Yeah,
We all gonna know about it.
yeah, it's something that should be part. Yeah, no,
Found a
pointed
goddamn
out like
pyramid
that.
in California, Tennessee, and the Grand Canyon. You think
What?
you gonna have to make the announcement? You know they got this over here and that. That they just rearranged the entire United States, and they got to make the announcement on TikTok like people don't live in a real world.
Right. You know how much
We'll
money
see
niggas will
pictures
but
of
make
that
off
shit.
that shit, yo?
Drone captures when they shooting movies, they'll be shooting it in those areas. There'll
Yep.
be a whole bunch of shit. College
Exactly.
students excavating the area. They don't get what they
Exactly.
be saying.
and you know what I don't get though? At all these locations, everybody should have a car or know somebody with a car. They can't drive to these places and take a picture or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like they can't just go get no eyes on. I know they said about the the what is it, the Grand Canyon, how nobody can go through or whatever that crap is. But man, this is
You
about
can fly.
nuts.
You can fly. You can fly in there and land in that motherfucker. And they got
I
like
watch.
little kayak shit and shit, right, Mo? In
Yeah, I
some
watch
little
people
river
fish on
shit.
that jump. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't go.
So
And
That's why I watch them fish. Like I ain't
yeah, I
gonna
know.
do it. But since you
I
doing it, I would watch you do it and be satisfied.
yeah.
I got
The
friends
only
that
reason
rock
why I
climb.
would go is just to go out there just to fuck with these people. Like, yeah, nigga, I don't see shit out here.
Look, I
Type
got
shit.
friends that rock climb. The guy that I work with, he lives in Arizona and he likes, going all mount climbing, trail walking. He done been to the Grand Canyon. He does like, what is it, Doubles Peak? I forgot where that's at. He
He
goes to
been
all
to
these
the Sedona
places.
and all that
Blow
too.
Sutek up,
You know what? I
Sue.
need to ask him about the
Pause.
Sedona. But Here's the funniest thing about that whole. Just real quick. Here's the funny thing about the whole Grand Canyon thing. Right? They said they can only go so far. Dude, there's telescopes. They can just
Where?
pop a telescope down there and then like look
Oh
at it
yeah,
from
yeah,
a
yeah. Zoom
distance
in. That's right. Yep.
and zoom
Right,
in and
right.
take a picture. They ain't got to walk up to it. There's so many different ways, and it's like, man, come on, y'all
You
tripping.
can drone. You can do a drone.
Yeah,
Shit, even
yeah, you can hit a
binoculars.
drone.
Binoculars are crazy these days. God damn. You could be all the way on the other side of the canyon and look all over that motherfucker.
Wow.
Go ahead, go ahead.
This is who I'm talking about though, Battolo Bengola. He was in the early 20th century American imposter and entertainer who presented an exoticized identity as a native of Africa when in reality he was born Joseph Howard Lee in Baltimore, Maryland. Despite an impoverished start in his life and lack of education and a series of scandalous arrests related to homosexual activity, mainly
Mm,
involving underage individuals,
mm.
Lobagola maintained a long and colorful career posing as an African savage during which he delivered lectures to many institutions and conducted public debates. This is this nigga.
Damn.
Oh
Oh shit.
shit, yo,
God
Nigga,
is
damn.
that the bone in the joint? That's the
yeah,
hoop.
Yeah,
man.
yo.
Nigga
So
was
like
born in
the thing must
Oh,
have looked like erotic and shit, and that way you get treated differently and shit.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's why
The
niggas
only
was
way,
wearing
Actually,
turbans and shit over here, yo.
the
Niggas wear
only
the
way they caught
turbans,
him
put on
is
them
he was
flops.
uh, graping little boys.
That's
That's the only
crazy.
way they caught the nigga. Caught the nigga in the lie. Yeah, that's crazy,
wow,
yo. You
Yeah,
as
man.
long as you ain't a Negro, American Negro, bro, you gonna get better
yep.
treatment.
And I was about to say that earlier because they mentioned that. I think actually either Malcolm X mentioned that or it might have been James Baldwin. They mentioned that same exact thing in one of their interviews. They said the Africans get treated better because we are the property, not the African over there, but us as
Mhm.
American Negro.
Exactly. Yeah, I got another article on talking about how niggas was wearing turbans back then to
I
act
was
like
just saying that. Yeah, the turbans. Yeah,
yeah. Yep.
to mystify themselves and shit, to make them look all grandy and you know, you different, and you get these names and shit associated with it. It's like
Drew
you
Island.
can't treat them like the rest of them niggas because they ain't like the rest of them niggas type shit.
Hey, I watched that the other day too. That shit crazy. He like the other niggas around here because he ain't like the other niggas
Well, niggas
around.
around here. You got it. What was that?
Yeah, that's a different type of slave movie. You don't get to see too many niggas enslaved, unaliving white folks.
No
That
shit.
was epic.
Oh, that
Yeah,
one that
man.
that story the what is it the 18 what was it 1860 where the slaves whipped the slave master.
Oh yeah, I looked into that too. I seen that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You put me up on
Yeah, I love hearing
Yeah,
shit like that, man.
he
My
didn't make
favorite.
that.
that. Did
500
that.
lashes, he ain't make that.
I need to
One
make
of
a
my
movie.
favorite accounts was hearing where the enslaved Africans was on a ship and they gave them rice in a bowl to eat and they took that fucking bowl and beat the goddamn brains out of the goddamn people with the damn bowl. That shit right there. That shit hit different.
Yeah, we
I love
always,
hearing shit like that. You know.
even passively, we fought back. Nigga might
Mm-hmm.
poison, spit in that motherfucker or something.
Right. Oh, remember that part we were reading about the music? They were playing music and the music was it sound cool to the crew and I guess they were fooled by that shit. But that shit was like a war call or some weird shit.
Well,
And
probably been talking drum.
yeah, and that shit fucked them all up. I forgot. I think that's in the book. I got the book. If We Must Die. On board. Uh, Shipboard insurrections. Yeah, If We Must Die.
Let me see what I drew.
Yeah, that's a good one, dog. Over 500 plus fucking insurrections. They talking about we didn't do anything, we didn't fight and all that dumb shit. They crazy. Hit your ass with the rice bowl. Wow. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? The black women sneaking in the back, getting the guns, passing them to the men. Like there were several accounts.
Mhm.
People don't look it up. How we get on the ship over here? Y'all just let that happen? Nah, nigga, we were fighting.
Getting tricked too. They don't. They still
Yeah.
understand that some of them got tricked too. A lot of the earlier ones got tricked.
Oh yeah, yeah. Enticing motherfuckers with the color red.
Color red, gold trinkets.
Mm-hmm.
What was that? Mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
A tree.
Shiny shit. That's why we on that materialistic shit to this day. That foreign dumb
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, even ones that like it was like some kind of food tree or something, and they were like, "Yeah, if you go with us, you'll get a bigger one than this." And they got everybody to look at the tree and sailed right off.
Yeah.
But I always find it funny whenever I bring up those narratives. She was like, "Oh, I'm not trying to read them." I was like, "Man, so you know that predates your grandma, right? And those are actually other people's grandmas and grandfathers. You know that, right? These are actually real people.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody's walking around and that's their ancestor."
They get stupid.
But I think I figured it out though. I'm pretty sure y'all already know this, but I figured out what they're thinking. So it's only two options. Because every time I hear it, I'm like, yo, what the hell? So whenever someone says your ancestors came from Africa, they automatically think boat slave, not anything else. So they're getting hung up on, I'm African descent. So they came on the boat and they were slave. Ain't nobody said they were all slaves. Because you got the free people of color, you got, people that came over, some were indentured servants, some were, chattel, some was all the other stuff. There's very mixed, but they automatically think that you came from a slave. And then
Mm-hmm.
that's why they keep saying, we were already here. But the only thing that really gets me is they were like, I don't find, or what did they say? I don't find any African. They're all Negro. I'm like, oh man, come on, man. You don't know what
Right.
a Negro is?
Doesn't that mean Indian? Like
Let's see.
dumbest shit I heard in my life.
Might have to be like one of those little sketchboards. That shit, it kills me. It's like, man, come on, man. You don't know what a Negro is? That's what it was in the very beginning, what a Negro was. Yeah, it did change over time, but in the very
Right.
beginning, a Negro was meant one thing. So they
Yeah.
only looked at it as three races. There was the European or YT race, there was the Native American or American Indian race, and then there was the black race. Those are the three. And then it just,
Negro. The land of the Negroes. End quote. That tells you something right there.
you
Mhm.
know
They don't
what,
say that shit over
Yusuf,
here.
bro, Yusuf, can you show that? Because you always say that, but you don't
What
ever
the?
show that.
Yeah, dude, crazy.
Come on up, Mr. Yusuf.
He always says it, but he'll ever prove it.
You know,
Come
one or
on.
two. Show us something.
Were these Africans before 1492?
And it's like y'all don't get no credit for like. I'm gonna keep it real. Okay, we like even if y'all find one or two. Okay, yeah. Okay, what if you do find one or two? All of us was not over here, nigga. Still, like like you gotta show black civilizations, black empires,
Or
in
show me
antiquity.
how. You know what? Look. Hey, here you go, Yusuf. I got you. Look, check this out. Let's be real. I'm gonna work with you on this one, right? So let's say Africans made it here from for wherever thing that you choose, Can you show me at what point? Hold on. Okay, here we go. So yeah, Yusuf. So show me at what point that they did not get wiped out, even if they were here.
What do you mean? Show you at what point they did not get wiped out? I'm not saying all of the Americas was looking like, all of Africa, but I'm saying Africans in different ways has made it to the Americas. Now, y'all saying show anthropological, this, that. I'm working on that. But on the first jump, me and other individuals have got this African American stamp. I have African American 1420. Other individuals has African American in the year 900 AD. So we getting genetic results that's letting us know that there were Africans in the Americas that we're connecting to, or African Americans prior to colonization.
Okay, hold on. So you're going off of CRI genetics, right?
CRI Genetics, Andro, other companies, multiple companies have variations of putting it, but I've seen it at more than one company. With mine, yes, CRI Genetics is the one I posted.
Okay. So let me ask you this: did you call and ask them about it?
What
Nah,
do you
you
mean?
didn't,
Did I
right?
call and ask them about it? Did I
Did
read
you?
what is
Did
it?
you?
Or did I read what's supposedly an African American? Did I read what they consider that
No, no,
category
no, no,
and
no,
how
no.
they?
You said, listen. No, 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 no. Hold on, hold on. Listen to what I'm asking you. Did you call and ask them why is it labeled African American, especially back then? Did you ask them that?
Did you?
I'm asking you a question. Did you? It's an
No,
easy
no,
yes or
I
no. You
hadn't
didn't.
actually. No,
Okay,
no, I
cool.
hadn't.
Now, so look, so without calling them, because I'm not going to call them because I thought you would probably want to call and ask that question. But I can tell you this: from going to college, there's a thing called writing standards. Some people use different verbiage to be more in line. So with that company, right? One of their tests could be very well, because I think I looked up the thing, and one of their tests just says African American, because they're not going to put Negro back then, because originally, if you do know history, you know that the term they used was Negro. They're not going to put that on your test. They're not even going to put black for the most part. So what I would do if I were you, I would probably
No,
call
no,
them,
no,
or
no,
if
no,
you want,
brother.
I
I
can call them
understand.
tomorrow.
I fully understand etymology and word usage of today,
It's not.
1600,
It's not. It's not
1700.
etymology. No, 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 no. I'm not talking about
No, no,
etymology.
word
I'm
usage. You're
talking about
correct.
writing standard.
They didn't use the term African American, etc. I get what you're saying on that, but rather they use Negro, African American, African. Why is it there before colonization?
Where does it say it was?
Year
Where does it say
1420, approximately
Okay,
1450. African
1420.
American.
So, okay, cool. So it says 1420. Does it have the location that it was at in 1420? Does it show you on the map where it's at?
Yeah, relatively speaking, Mississippians territory.
Pull it out. Let's see it.
I'm not capable of putting it out right now. But again, I
Okay,
posted
so
it.
cool. Well, okay, so cool. From what I've seen, you went down through the list and you're like, and I just saw a list. I didn't see no locations pinpointed or nothing. And it shows what you have, in there. But again, that's still beside the fact that you can't, or to this day, right? There's no evidence at all that Negro was in America before 1492. Unless you have something that points to that. But I can tell you this, if that's the case, then what does encomienda mean?
Me considered
Encomienda. What does that mean?
in Comienda. I'm not entirely sure.
Okay, cool. Let me enlighten you real quick. So,
What the,
would you agree that the first people that colonized or came through America was the Spanish? Would you agree?
yeah, I
I
could
just
say
want to make
that.
sure we're in agreement.
Yes.
You can say that. All right, cool.
I
So
mean,
then
I'm
they
not in
would have
total yes, but for
documented.
the sake of argument, yes.
Okay, so if they were the first ones to go through the Americas, like Mexico, Florida, and all that, they would have documented the processes that they did, right? So I'll just go ahead and so you don't have to keep going off and on. So if they did, they established what was known as encomienda. So if you notice what it is, it's a system. It's a caste system. So they separated it by caste, and they tell you who they brought with them, and they also give you, what was the bottom row of the system, what was the next row. So the bottom row was
Yeah, yeah,
Africans
yeah.
that they
The
took
Spanish
from.
wouldn't have got here to 1506, 1508, 1515. What has this got to do with our genetic results saying African before colonization?
Because
Latinos,
if
bro.
no, here,
Latinos.
check this out, and this is what it
Latinos
has
with
to
their
do with it.
African mix, all of them are mixed, but they didn't come to the 1500s. We're getting genetic results in the 900s and the 1400s of African in
Right,
America.
right. But look, this is what I told you before about dishonesty, because I told you about dishonesty before too. So what you should have done, or what you could do,
No, you're
is
being
call.
dishonest. What you should do
Oh, am
before you
I?
make accusations, why don't you
Slow
look up
down,
the genetics
Yusuf.
company?
Slow down,
See,
Okay,
Yusuf.
cool, cool, cool,
Slow
cool. Wait, wait,
down.
wait, wait, wait,
you
wait,
understand?
Yusuf,
Because he's asking
Yusuf.
1,000
Walking
questions,
slow,
bringing
bro.
up
No, no,
the
no, no,
Spanish
no, Yusuf. Every
colonization.
time, no,
We're
no,
talking about,
Yusuf. Every time you do this, every time you
I
do
have a
this, you
genetic
have a
test.
little.
I
Hold
have a
on, I
genetic test
understand
that
that.
say
I understand,
1492.
Yusuf. Hold on,
It's just
Explain
a
hold
it
on,
to
because you
tip,
me.
always act
Yusuf.
like a
Chill
broad
out.
whenever you
I'm
get
sorry,
close to this.
1420.
You always do this
1420.
when you get
Explain
close
it
to
to me.
this. Hold on.
Relax. It's just a
Okay,
tip,
okay.
Yusuf.
This is
You're
look, look,
walking
look.
me
This is
down
what
a
I'm trying
whole
to.
little thing that got
Look,
nothing to do with genetics test saying
it
1420.
does. Oh, it does.
Well,
It does.
don't
Because
let
if
them.
you remember the first, no, hold on. If you remember the first question I asked you was, did you call that company? And you said no. So the first thing you did was run to the internet and
So,
say, look, I got
what you need
1420,
to
but you
do is
don't know
you
what it
need to sit
means.
back and you need to
No, no,
properly
no, no, no,
say that
no.
CRI Genetics, their equipment and their geneticists are garbage. What you're doing is arguing the
No, no,
company.
no.
Don't try to get me to agree
No,
that the company
no,
messed up with you.
no,
Go
no.
argue the
I
company.
didn't say that.
Call the
No,
company and
Yusuf.
you argue the
Yusuf, hold
company.
on, bro.
It's just a
Hold on,
tip,
bro.
Yusuf.
I never
Relax.
said they were garbage. That's not what I said. What I said was you should have did your due diligence and called and
I
asked
did
why
do
the
my due
African
diligence
American.
because, as far as I'm
Did you
concerned, I
call
read
them?
each category. Yeah, I read each category.
Did
I don't
you
have to
call
call them.
them?
I'm a member.
Why
I can
not?
download and print out all of the information. What is an African American? What is a meso? What is a this? They have the definitions of every category. I got it printed out. You
Okay.
understand?
So
So
if you
why do
did
I need to
that,
call?
okay.
Well, I was
So if you
wondering
did
what the hell
that,
does African
then
American mean? It says African American is a combination of the Senegambia, blah blah blah, mixed with the Jamaica, blah blah blah, XYZ. So now I understand
uh-huh.
what they're considering an African American. Now the next question would be, how is there an African American in 1420?
How is there? Did you call them
He
and find
just
out like I asked you
explained
before?
it to
Because
you.
Africans were in
He
America before
explained it to you
Columbus.
30 times. That's not what that means.
But that
God
is what it means.
damn.
Nah, so look. And this is what I was talking about, dishonest shit, because we had a conversation.
Yeah,
Hold on.
y'all being
We had a
dishonest.
conversation. No, no, no,
Oh
no,
my
Yusuf.
Didn't
We
do
God.
no
had a
investigation.
look.
Don't know what
Yusuf.
technology we
No,
was
hold
used.
on.
Don't know the
We
geneticist that
had
was
this
involved.
conversation. Hold
Y'all just
on,
hate the
Yusuf,
idea of
because you always
Africans
do
before
this.
Columbus,
Nah,
even when DNA
because you
says it.
can't prove it.
Even when
Nah, you
DNA
can't
says it.
prove it. Nah,
DNA says
bullshit.
it
You
in your
can't
name.
prove it, bro. So hold on. So this is why we call it dishonest, because we had a conversation when
You
we were
can't
getting
push the
into it,
DNA test
and you
thing.
used.
Y'all being
Hold on.
disingenuous. Explain
Nah,
to me how they make
no,
a mistake.
Relax. It's just a
Ex-
tip, Yusuf.
dude.
Relax.
I
Relax,
didn't
boss.
take no CRI, but what I tell you is, why didn't you call them and find out for sure some
You need to
concrete
call it
stuff?
because it makes perfect sense to me. Africans were in America before Columbus. Why don't you call CRI?
Because I looked at history and you can't
Bro.
explain it. You can't even pull up anything
Yeah,
that shows we were
yeah.
here.
You
Yeah, you
cannot
don't
So
have
how
swear
any
can
on
proof.
your
You
life.
so
can't
You
how?
cannot
prove that.
swear on your life that there were no Africans before Columbus. Number one, know that. So you're
Really?
just upset.
So how do you not know what encomienda means? How do you not know who was here? How do you not know
Because I'm
what
not a
they wrote
Latin.
when
I'm
they were
not a
here?
Latin. I don't care what that means. What you mean? What you saying? I don't care
So
what about any Spanish
So
claims. What you saying?
wait. So where in the world do you get the idea that Africans were here if you can't go up on anything? Because all you do
Facts.
is start quoting authors that are debunked.
You
Period.
need the
But you ain't
primary
got no
Ain't no
proof for
documents to
debunk.
nothing.
support what you're saying,
What
Yusuf.
debunked
Hold
author?
on, slow down,
You
slow
don't
down,
have the
Yusuf. Slow down real quick.
qualifications to debunk
Yusuf,
half these
Yusuf.
authors.
Slow down, Yusuf. Slow down
Well,
real quick.
hey.
Slow down,
Well,
Yusuf.
then how
What
do
we're
I
saying
know?
is we don't have the primary
You're pushing
documents to
your belief
support
and
what you're
agenda.
trying to say.
You're blinded.
You ain't coming up with that
Am I
primary.
really? Hey, have you looked up any Spanish history at all? Have
That's
you?
the point we're
Why do
talking
I
about.
care to look up Spanish history besides what I know about the Spanish
And
landing in
that's your ignorance.
1506?
Hey, and that is
Why
your
do I care
ignorance
about
right
Spanish
there.
history? Why do
Because
I
that
Because
care?
it's
will
going to
tell
tell
you
you about
exactly who was
Africans
here.
being here.
No,
Because
no,
that
it
will
wouldn't
tell
tell you
you who
exactly
was
who was
here.
here because there has been an
Why
omission
wouldn't
in
it?
history.
Oh my
There has been a
God.
Really?
whiteout and an omission of African involvement
What?
in the history of
So
America's
Yusuf,
Hey,
period.
hold on,
Yusuf,
hold on, hold on.
Yusuf,
What
Yep.
listen how
That's
exactly
Sam
does
stupid
it
you
say
Shimon,
sound.
though?
dog. Yep.
Not stupid by saying that they've been hiding information in the institutions.
Yusuf,
No,
calm
that's the
down
truth,
real quick.
brother.
Man,
Tell me I'm
you
lying.
got dumb as
Yusuf,
hell,
Wait,
nigga.
are you
Hell
saying?
no.
No,
hold on.
You're,
Hold
Just
on.
you're
because?
Hold on.
denying
Yusuf,
institutional racism. You're denying institutional bias. You're denying omission of actual history to
bruh.
push
Nah,
agendas.
nah,
What do I
bro.
have
You're
to deny
you're
Do
though?
you not hear
delusional.
what you saying, Yusuf? You're
Nah.
gonna disregard all of the Spanish history when you know damn well these were the first colonizers to
I'm
come
not
over here.
disregarding
They
all of
would
the
have had,
Spanish
but hold
history.
on,
A
they
lot of
would
the
hold on,
Spanish
slow down.
history actually
Let me talk.
coincides with,
You
with
why you
Africans
talking
in
over
America
him,
before Columbus.
So
bro?
how do you
They
know that if you
wrote
don't read
about
any
this shit.
Spanish history?
Exactly. You don't see that
Man,
shit
Try to
come
coming
say,
on,
yet.
look,
man.
I
You
asked you
you
why
can't
do
be
I care?
serious,
I
dude.
asked you why
You
do I
can't be
Because
care?
you
I
don't
didn't say
read
I
it,
serious.
and
didn't
we
care.
do, and we don't see the
Look,
shit you
I
I
talking
just
said
about.
I
asked
don't
you.
care. I said I don't
Man,
care. I didn't say I didn't read any, brother.
okay.
There's a
Then how
difference.
do you not
I
know
have
what encomienda means? How do you not know what that means? Do you know
because your
what is
accent
it?
is funny. What
Limpieza
does
de
it mean?
sangre
No, what
means?
did you even tell me what it means? Yeah, Sangrini, rights of
I
blood.
sure did.
Just soy me, rights of soil. I understand Latin, but brother, why are you
Right
asking
to
me these
soil.
questions?
Because if you knew this, then you would understand how if Africans came here or not. Just like I asked you about the language before with the Christopher Columbus journals you did not read. Anything else?
You never said I read the Christopher Columbus journals. I doubt that you actually read them all, except the edited versions and
Really?
not the actual copy.
Oh,
But have
really?
you been translating
Okay,
them from the
okay.
Spanish?
Hold on,
Have
hold
you
on,
been
hold on, hold on.
translating from the
Hold on.
French?
Let's test this theory then. What
Let's
were they
not lose
speaking?
it. We started this
No, no, no,
argument
no, no,
calling me
no.
crazy for saying
What?
we
Hey,
started with
hey,
my
hey,
DNA
hey.
test
Hold
1420.
on.
Let's not lose the
Scott, I'm
point.
just
Hey,
proving.
DNA
man,
test
Look. I'm just proving you
1420
don't know what
African
the fuck you
American.
talking
the
about.
jungle.
I'm just proving you don't
Okay,
know
let's
what the
have
hell you
it.
talking about right
I'm
now.
positive I know what I'm
So,
talking about.
okay, cool. Okay, cool. So, what language did they speak when they got here? Was it Paleo Hebrew? Which one was
It's
it?
irrelevant. Africans was in America before Columbus. It doesn't matter what language the people with Columbus spoke.
Yeah, it does
It
matter.
doesn't matter what
Really?
language the people on the land spoke. All of it is irrelevant. Africans were
No,
in
it's not
America
irrelevant,
before Columbus.
and you can't prove it. Pull up
Okay,
something that
what
shows that.
Africans from where, Yusuf?
Yeah, let us see
Where was
the
these
unedited
Yeah,
version.
yeah. Where was these Africans from? Where was the contact? Where is the primary to support what you're saying? Because and what you're telling us is like, man, I don't care about what the Spanish wrote. Well, you got to because those were the first motherfuckers that would have came in contact with these Africans that you saying was here, nigga.
Don't make sense.
Look, I'm not trying to wake to sleep. I just want an understanding of what am I misinterpreting about this
It's just a
DNA
tip.
test result that
It's like
says African American 1420.
Man, hold
Help
on.
me
Let me just.
understand how I'm misinterpreting that CRI genetics
You know,
DNA
here I
result.
got you.
Just help me do
Look, look,
that. Don't
look.
help
I
me do
got
that
you.
more.
I got
I
you.
can think for
Okay,
myself.
so
You
look,
still
look.
got it?
So okay,
All right.
cool. So this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do for you. Since you're lazy and won't do your own work, I'll call them tomorrow and find out for you. How about that?
Shit.
I'll
Yeah,
call
do
them for
that. Call
you.
call them now. Why wait till
I
tomorrow?
I
It should be a
mean, like it's
24-hour
nigga,
hotline.
ain't it 9:28?
24. Yeah, it's late.
24-hour hotline. I mean, come on. Why not?
24-hour DNA hotline. Pick up.
Yeah, pick up now, nigga.
Well, if
Yeah.
I was to mess around and get to my computer and
Yo,
log in,
this
I
is the
swear to be some
24.
person
Look,
be like,
Yusuf,
"Hi,
you
Scott,
how,
don't
already.
you
how
still
can I
got the
help you?"
screenshot,
Hey, listen,
Yusuf?
y'all. Yusuf, this is the 24-hour hotline. This is 1-800. We push your shit in. We're taking all callers right now. Thank you. We have Yusuf on the line right now, getting his shit pushed right now.
Yeah, I
Hold
didn't
on.
push
So look,
anything.
look. I got you. I
We
got you,
didn't.
Yusuf. Look. Since you don't want to do it, hold on. I got you. I'll be right back. Let me give him a call. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Yusuf's a good sport, but you got to show us
What did the
primary to
Spanish
support what
say?
you're
Well, I
saying
don't
though.
know. The Pope said you can
Hmm.
enslave all Saracens and pagans. The
Right,
Spanish gonna
right,
say we
right,
saw nothing but
right.
Saracens and pagans. That's what they
No,
said.
no. They wrote what they see. Hold on. This is what you need to understand, dog. This is why we say you need to look at the primaries, because if you look at what the Spanish said and look at what the Portuguese said, like if you read Prince Henry and the Navigator, the volume one and one, volume two, it talks about a
I
host
have it.
named the
I have read
Negroes.
Prince Harry and the
Right.
Navigator.
Okay. Well, if you read that, you would have seen that they saw land like they saw a land of black people, dog.
No.
And
They
they
actually
specific.
they
Hold on, calm
specifically called
down.
them Moors. That's another thing I
No,
want to talk
no,
about. In
yeah,
Prince
that
Harry and the
and
Navigator,
yeah,
they called them
yeah. But if you
Moors,
hold on, time out, time out.
the
When we read
Moors attacked
further,
them. They enslaved
time out. When
Moorish
hold on,
girls and
hold
women.
on,
And
slow
y'all
down,
always
slow down.
dodge
Okay,
that part
well,
too.
okay, hold on.
Y'all
No,
be
no, 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 no,
disingenuous with
no,
that.
no,
Y'all be
no, no,
disingenuous with
no,
that.
no.
You don't
I've
let them
said
know it was
that.
Moors that Prince Henry was enslaving.
I've said that shit. I've said it. I've made a whole presentation on it, Yusuf. I've said that. But what I've also said was Prince Henry sent Tristan down there, and he was in pursuit of the land of the Negroes. That is in there as well. And he pursued on his caravel, and they killed his ass down there. That's the part you didn't read. It said it was 80 Negroes, guineas. You didn't read that part. See, they don't say that over here. So 100 years after the colonization in Africa, them fuckers came over here. So if they would have saw a land of black people, they would have wrote about it, dog. And you don't see that in the literature, right? You don't see the shit. That's the shit Rob's trying to convey to you. So if we
And
see
what I'm
these in the
trying to convey to
primaries, we'll be
you
like,
is,
okay, well at least they see that at least they said they see the same thing over here like they do in Africa, because we know there's a bunch of black people over there, right? So we all look like that. They should see just as many over here, and you should have just as much written accounts as such. You don't see that in the written primaries, and you don't see that in the indigenous pictorial illustrations. You don't see that in the
the three out of
codex.
the three out
You
of
dig what I'm
millions
saying?
that used to exist, out of the
Like,
three,
come
the
on now,
five that still exist, huh?
huh?
There was a complete destruction of this place. There was a complete
Man,
destruction here. A
by
complete
who?
destruction of artifacts, a complete destruction of literature, a
Yeah,
complete
right,
destruction of history.
right, yeah, or by the Spaniards, right? They did all that shit. Them the motherfuckers that did it.
And then you're
They burnt
telling me
all
what
that
we
shit
can't
down. Them
find here
same
now. We
Spaniards
can't
burnt
find
all of that shit
anything because
down.
they've
And
been destroying it.
the stuff that we do find
The
in
Chancelleries.
antiquity,
This is
hold on though, the
3,000,
stuff that we
4,000
do
years of
find in
black
antiquity
destruction.
here, dog, doesn't paint the picture of us being here in massive numbers, dog.
I never said
All right, hold
massive
on.
numbers.
Look.
Understand this. Every
Yeah.
time you say massive numbers, you throw it
Okay.
off.
All
So,
right. All
no,
right.
man,
All
I'm
right.
not
All
saying
right. All right.
massive
All right.
numbers.
All right. All right. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
I'm
All right, hold on.
saying,
All right, I got you, Yusuf, right here. So one, I'll call them all for you. Two, where's the account saying that they came from over there here? What account anywhere? What African account? What account that they came from there to here?
don't even have to start with it because you're going to say, well, there's no actual evidence of Mansa Musa
No,
or the
no, who
Mali
wrote
Empire
about it?
making it, et cetera, et cetera. Say that again.
All right,
Other
who
than that,
wrote
I'm going to
about
say
it?
everything was destroyed. Reconstruction, 1700s, 1800s,
Nah,
everything
nah, nah. We ain't
was
talking
fully
about
wiped up.
17, 1800. We ain't talking about 17,
Well,
1800.
to
Let's
us,
talk about when it first got
since
here.
they landed, it's been an erasure. Since they landed, it's been destruction and erasure and reconstruction.
No, 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 no. Let's not talk about 17, 1800. We're talking about the 1400 and above. We're not going
That's
up
why I
there.
went ahead and
So
said
what I'm,
since they
so okay,
landed.
so here we
Since they
go.
landed,
All right, cool, cool,
it's been
cool. So,
destruction, lies, and
all
reconstruction.
right, all right, hold on, because you're still on the wrong side. You're still bumping up you're still time skipping. So, where is the accounts in any other country that said that they came from there to here? What are you going off of? Is it African? Is it England? Is it fucking Brazil? Where? It has to come from something. You can't be doing, well, there must be something. Nah, there must be like fucking, if you ask a child, is the Santa Claus real? They're going to be like, well, yeah, we know damn sure he ain't real. So what I'm asking you is what account over anywhere said that they came from there to here? Where are you getting it from?
It's a plenty of people within the islands in South America that are African
Like
blooded
what?
and who've
What
always
account?
been on
What
land.
account?
Half it,
I'm not asking about all that. I'm asking you, what account are you going off of? Is this a feeling?
what do you mean? Is it a feeling? It's logic.
Is it a feeling? Okay,
Africans were in
then
the
what kind of
Americas
logic?
before Columbus. Logic and
Okay,
reason.
cool. Where'd you get it from?
The world's oldest population stayed isolated in one territory for 300,000 years.
Okay.
This is what you want me to believe. That's
No,
not
no, no, no.
illogical to you.
I'm asking you for
I
documentation or
just
some
asked
kind of
you a
proof,
question.
except for what you believe on.
You're upset. You're upset because I don't believe that a 300,000-year-old
No,
people stayed
I'm
isolated in one
upset that
location.
this is the most. I'm upset because I thought better than this from you. This is very ignorant
So
conversation. To be
let's
honest with you.
simplify it. We're upset because I don't believe a 300,000-year-old people stayed isolated in one continent or one country. That's what
No,
we're
I'm
upset
upset you
about.
can't give not one piece of
You're
proof.
upset because I can call it illogical. It's
No,
illogical.
Come on, man. You see,
But
hey,
look,
hold
Great
on,
period. Could you
man,
admit that?
we don't do that
hold
belief
on.
thing. You gotta prove it.
Oh,
So
wait. What's
if
that
you want to
saying?
believe, that's perfectly fine. I don't have a problem with you believing
The
that.
thief
Um,
always tell you. The thief
Um,
always tell you to prove it's yours.
Huh?
what is that saying?
um,
What?
it's
Um,
I know what you're trying to say, Rob. I got it. I think.
something without
Hmm.
proof, you can
Extraordinary?
dismiss it.
Oh.
Extraordinary claims
No,
require
no.
extraordinary evidence. That's
Evidence
what I'm thinking
without
about.
proof can be dismissed or something. God damn it. What's that?
It's all of
I would
them.
tell you. I would tell you that the absence of evidence.
A claim
Absence of
without
evidence isn't.
evidence without evidence.
Yeah, that's it. Bro, you got to have
Provide,
evidence
yeah,
because here's the
provide the
thing. Yusuf,
documents.
listen. It goes like this, right? At this point in 2023, you've got everyone in the field. It's not just YT.
Absence of
Every
evidence isn't absent.
Answer the question,
Evidence of absence, yeah. But
Yusuf.
go ahead.
yeah, it's something like that. But here's the thing. You have in 2023, you have every ethnicity in these fields, every single one. People that want to disprove it, people that want to prove it, and they're all coming up with the same conclusions. And all these conclusions is not what you're
They're not
saying.
all coming up with the same conclusions. It's a multitude of people in these fields that went against the status quo and their careers got destroyed. Like right
Then
now,
show
I'm
that.
looking into the sister who got. Right now, I'm looking into the sister who got fired for saying that the site in Mexico, Huitlaca or whatever, is 200,000 years old. They tested it repeatedly. Other people tested it. They came up with another number. Then everyone is saying, well, this do appear to be 200,000 years old in the Americas, but couldn't no Neanderthal possibly use these tools or no hominid. So they just swept that under the rug. She was destroyed. Cremio and Thompson, they also state that there's a institutional cover up and a status quo that everybody got to meet or they get fired or destroyed. So multiple people from multiple races within these fields have
Cremio.
called corruption.
Who?
Cremo and Thompson.
Like, hey, send me them names, Yusuf, because I ain't gonna remember that shit. Because
And these are the studies you have.
I read an article that a chick was saying the same thing you just said, but I don't remember her name.
I'll dig it up for you soon. But yeah, the chick was she's very well known. She was very well respected in academia, and they tried to prove her wrong and couldn't because everyone's independent data was saying the same things. Now that was Michael A. Cremo, Michael A. Cremo, and Richard L. Thompson. They wrote this one, Forbidden Archaeology.
Oh, let me go look that up right now. Hold on.
Yo, is Martin
So
doing?
these two individuals have also stated what I'm stating. So
So hold
many
on, bro.
people in it, but now like Frank Joseph made similar claims. Ivan Ben Sertima, everyone who makes any type of claim
Man,
going against the status quo gets destroyed.
oh
I
my
just wanted to
God,
point
hold
out
on,
that
bro.
there are people in
I
the
gotta
field.
ask this question. I gotta ask this question. Why is it every single time y'all talk about people hiding information, the Albions, all this other stuff, you just showed those authors? What color are they?
Brethren, you now you're playing the game. You were going to say
No,
that
I'm
all
not.
of the
I'm
people
not.
within
No,
let's
bro.
pause.
Man, y'all gotta,
You were
no,
saying that
y'all gotta
all of the
stop,
people,
man.
brother, you were saying that all of the people in the institution agree, and I was showing you that all of the peoples in the institution don't agree. Number one. That's what I was showing you. Now, Cremo and Thompson, they happen to be Albions. Why? Because I didn't use all so-called black people. I used Spanish people, European people, African people. You understand? It's been people in every ethnic group that have stated it within these fields, including Albions.
Man, aren't you the look, Yusuf? You're the same dude that used a whole what is it, James L. Smith, or what is it, James L. Lee or James W. Lee, the dude that quit or what he quit? He quit the stock market to do conspiracy theories. I told you about this, and then I see you posting how this is like the greatest thing ever. So you just like, you know what I'm starting to realize? You're starting to
This is
pick
what
stuff
most of the
that
people
agrees
suffering
with you, and
from
it
right
don't
here.
matter.
Yeah,
What
and you
Prince?
choose things that agree with you and don't matter. And it's simple for
Nah,
you
I don't
because
think so.
you just
He
believe
thinks
Nah,
what you
bro.
was
no, no,
taught in
no,
the
no, no,
basics.
no. Hey, Yusuf.
No,
Here's the
You don't
difference.
critically think about
Here's the
anything.
difference. Here's the difference.
man.
Here's the difference. we look to the experts in the field, no matter what color they are, right?
The experts
And
who got to keep that paycheck.
ex,
If they speak the truth, they
Man,
gone.
okay, yeah. So that and it's like that for everybody, huh?
Yeah.
man, I tell
All
you.
of them.
It seems to be that way in the field of archaeology, in the field of anthropology, in the field of genetics, even in sports. One of them players bet not say something outside of what they told to say, or their millions is gone, their careers is gone. They're gonna be destroyed.
They're gonna be destroyed.
Oh shit, man.
Dang.
Yusuf, man, are you? Hey,
So,
hey, you okay,
so
man?
The
what?
pseudo archaeology book. That shit is trash. Throw that away, bro.
Hey, so is the other book he
Look,
has, man. It's like
listen, man.
it's
Listen.
hot garbage, man.
Y'all are researching to find stuff. Like you're looking for this shit. You're trying to find it. That's the difference. And you're going to find it. I don't know what world you live in. I got multiple encyclopedias of
And
all of this
y'all
information.
look
It
strictly
has
to
never,
disprove
man,
and
bro.
debunk. So when you look strictly to debunk, you will only debunk.
Yeah,
Why
let's just
do
hear
that?
you for
I'm
Joe.
talking though. Why would you do that? Let me finish it. You just did your whole spill, and I sat here and listened. Just let me spill this out a little bit. I have went through multiple encyclopedias and there's some I didn't even touch yet. And the reason why they have to do an encyclopedia because it's too much to put in a damn book. How much pseudo archaeology, pseudo biology, pseudo everything is out there. So they put it in encyclopedias and when you look at the literature that's in there, they're putting what the person said, they're quoting their work, they're citing the person who says it because you don't just cite when someone agrees with you. You have to cite the person who is that you're disagreeing with. You got to prove that they actually said it, right? So they're in there constantly over and over, even though the person 10 years ago debunked it, 10 years before that debunked it, it does have this, this buildup amongst religious communities, and it pushes the pseudoscientists up higher than the people who you saying are all fake. They get more fame than regular teachers, regular professors, regular anthropologists. They get more attention, and they have no choice but to do a review on it because they keep bringing this shit up. Hey, what about this? Were the Hebrews in America? Hey, the Christians were already here. The Romans reached this
I'm
area, and
sorry, what the hell am I
there's,
looking at, man?
there's
This is us
students.
slapping your ass around in the
There's
damn
students are seeing that
interrogation
shit.
room, nigga.
Get on with that. Get on with it. Look,
Man, that's discrimination.
like,
And you know what they
wow.
called it? They
I'm
called
I
gonna
it
be
don't
the.
all
believe it.
honest with
When
you.
you say we have to prove it, respect. I'm just saying. I don't believe that there were no
Bro,
Africans in the Americas
they
before
have.
colonization. Point blank. Period. And no one
Why
proved it
they
to me
why they
without a
got
shadow
him
of a doubt.
wearing that
Listen,
beautiful orange
hold on,
color
because
though,
I'm
bro?
go.
Like
Hold on, because I'm leading to a question I want to ask them. So, with all of this information that's being reviewed and it's being debunked by the people's peers, even after their death and in their contemporaries, if they're sweeping it under the rug, why would you put the claim inside of the book and cite the source of that person's book that they wrote? Why would you promote it if you're trying to sweep it under the rug and destroy the person? Some of these people held and maintained their fame, and we didn't find out that it was capped until we got more advancements with science, like more understanding of how to date bodies and all of that. Some of these people stayed famous until their death and after, and didn't listen to the professor. So this doesn't make sense when you say it was swept under the rug. This shit was in newspapers. These people had their churches were booming because they were thinking Noah's Ark was over here and that the Negroes were already over here. This shit was big. This wasn't no small stuff. That's what they believed. And it wasn't until recently that shit was debunked going into the late 1800s and early 1900s. That's when that shit was getting smashed on. But they didn't destroy them still. These people with their groups, their cult following, they just went off and made pseudo shit. And you see them bubbling up all over the internet with all this material. Because it was never hidden. It just was never proven. That's a difference. It's not destroyed. How would y'all be talking about this shit if they hid it? You picking up the
That's what I'm
same
trying to
shit that
figure
was
out.
never proven.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out too. They did a bad job at hiding that stuff.
Answer the question, Yusuf.
What was the question in that?
If they're doing
It's
reviews
never
on it,
it's never meant.
if the,
This is
if
the
they're doing if
adjustment
they're if
interrogation room,
look, that
dog.
was I
My
did
bad. I
drift off a
started
little bit.
reading
My bad.
comments. My bad.
No, I
What was the
did,
question in that?
I drifted a little
It's
bit
never
too.
really meant to be. It's never
So
really meant to be hidden, bro. It's like a graffiti artist that keeps on pushing the same name and tag, and then this and that. Like he's gonna have a tail eventually, because he, in the back of his mind, in the very back of his mind, he doesn't want to get caught, but he wants for people to know who he is, as they were who wrote the books. Ah,
This is how we smacking all y'all pseudo ass motherfuckers, yo. Y'all see this shit right here?
let me
That's
go
funny
get these
shit.
This is
goddamn
the
books though,
adjustment
real quick.
syndicate interrogation room. We gonna sit niggas down just like this
and
and ask
the
y'all
orange too. They could have
questions.
had green, blue,
Man,
brown. They got the orange one,
these y'all right here, yo. Why did you say Egypt is
and
in America? Wow.
They got
that's
left
not
with
burnt.
part.
That's not burnt orange. That's not yellow orange. That's straight up felon orange.
That's Port Mo, and that's
Hmm.
naturally getting
Yeah.
smacked up.
What you mean we ain't African? Wow.
Ah, dude,
Answer the damn question.
is that
Right?
Tyler the Creator smacking him?
It ain't no good cop, bad cop. It's bad cop,
Is this a
bad.
Right. Bad
is
cop,
this
worst cop.
is this a Golf Wang? Is this a Golf Wang video? What is this? Oh, dude, I can't watch this no more, man.
This
This
is
is
the adjustment syndicate interrogation room. This is how we handling all y'all pseudo motherfuckers. You hear me? Just like that.
On the big rock.
Huh?
man. He got a ET mask and like a big old
Yeah. Hey,
cotton ball
and hold on.
gallbladder on the back of
Listen.
his head.
Let me tell you this, Yusuf. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you, right? Sometimes it be seeming like I sat there and researched the shit real quick and came back with a full synopsis on the shit. That's not what happens. I ran into this information already because people then reviewed it in journals. It's in encyclopedias. Like I already ran into it in some of the shit I fell for. So that's why I know about a lot of the shit and I know exactly where to go to find it. They didn't cover the shit up. They didn't do it, and I'm willing to go as far as to say that some people actually fell for it in the field of academia. Something they brought professors there. Look, we found a body encased in this coal, and they was like, "Oh shit, how could that body be in coal?" And they're right at a coal mine, like they're at a coal mine, and don't put together that the person fell in there. They got modern shoes.
Yeah.
These are the same
That's
boots
just
that
hard
these
for me to
workers worked
believe.
with. What? And they're like, "Yo, how the hell are y'all not putting this together?" He
These
got the
people
same
historically
shoes.
lie and cover things up,
I already
especially when it
debate
comes to their
natural, Dre
benefit.
Day. Dre
You
Day, I
know, it
already
comes to
debate
the
Yo,
benefit.
man,
natural.
But
you
that's the
make you
thing.
make you make
It's even with
you make
slavery. You
less
think that they
money.
covered a lot of that up. We don't have the actual numbers. You think the paperwork is right? It's most likely more slaves than whatever paperwork you got because they was covering up and lying, you know? And if they
Of
find a
course, it
village
was
of
probably
black
more
people,
slaves.
Hey, time out real quick, everybody. Who's that? Dre Day? I debated him
Well,
already. I was the one who showed y'all his 38% Nigerian DNA. Yeah, I debated natural. And then he tried to hop
you
on my
talking about Mr.
live and
E1B1A?
right. And I had him right in the studio and I was asking him about his DNA and it went down just like this. I was like, "What's your DNA?" And he was like, "I'm 30% Nigerian." And then I hit him with the wow, just like that. Interrogate. He said in the interrogation
So
room.
hey, hold on, yo.
let
So
me,
let me,
hold on,
hey,
hey,
look, let
brother,
me
hey,
ask you a
brother, let
sidebar.
me say one more thing. Now, me and these brethren have a disagreement on whether our people was on these lands or not before colonization. But regardless of who's right and who's wrong, we've been here for at least 500 years and we posted, my guys. So all you non-Africans, no, we ain't going nowhere. We posted.
Hey, look,
We finna make
yeah,
Ain't
some
nobody
borders.
want.
We finna make some
I don't,
borders and it's gonna be ours. Know that.
well, I don't know about that. I just don't want to
Don't know.
What?
hear shit like we want Yusuf to be right. We want to see us
Yeah.
here because now they got to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
That adds to the greatness. But I ain't trying
All
to
I want
steal
to say is,
greatness. I ain't trying to
even if
steal it.
Africans didn't get here to 1500s, no. African Americans or so-called blacks ain't moving around nowhere, and we not about to stay in this country subjugated under anything pale-skinned or chinky-eyed or so-called native. We're gonna run ourselves, govern ourselves, and do as we please. Know that.
Hell yeah.
Lost
You deserve the
civilization.
right to.
How the hell
Hey
you
Yusuf,
lose a civilization?
I got a side question for Yusuf. This is gonna be something completely different, right? You're good with haplogroups, right?
Yeah, I'm looking into them. I study it.
Where does E1B1A come from?
Initially, they would have told you E1B1A and E1B1B would have started in Central or East Africa coming from EV38. There's another one on the back migration that say maybe L2 or the E group started in India and back migrated into Africa with L3 haplogroup. But ultimately, they'll tell you Central or East Africa.
Okay, so if my haplogroup is E1B1A, then I can say African, right? If that's my haplogroup, you would agree on that?
Yeah, you can say African if you choose. You have a right to determine yourself as whatever you choose.
Is that Indian?
Yeah, you can actually say India. You have a right to determine
No, no,
yourself as
no,
whatever you
no,
Hey,
choose.
in,
no,
bro.
no.
Like Native American.
Yeah,
So
Native
you could,
American, like American Black
look,
Indian.
if there were Africans in the Americas before colonization, those African blooded, African Congo, African E1B1A blooded people would have been deemed Indians or savages.
Okay, okay, cool. But
Where,
what I'm
hold on, where
asking, like,
they
I just want to.
originate though? Yusuf?
And then
No,
the gentrified ones, Creoles.
no. So what I'm saying is, all right. So look. If I say that I'm E1B1A, right? Could I say I have no African?
No, that sounds
Mm.
ridiculous to me. That sounds ridiculous to me. No, you can't. I'm gonna say
Okay.
no. You're an Afro-Asiatic. But I digress.
Okay, I want to show you something. I just want you to verify this real quick.
Question mark used.
Everybody, this
They
is
had
the
the
adjustment
manifest destiny,
syndicate,
and if it's not ruled
the
by
interrogation room. Yusuf is getting this shit pushed in right here. This is
country,
him in
you.
the middle.
So I'm not. They would have just deemed the copper-colored races of the Americas as
Color
savages,
race.
cannibals, or whatever they had to do to
Why
try
y'all
to
gonna make
take over the
copper
land.
color? Why y'all can't just say black folks?
Yusuf, I want you to listen. I want you to see this, and I want you to give
Where
me your honest opinion.
historically
All right?
so-called black folks,
Oh,
historically
phone.
so-called black folks have been considered copper.
Right.
Oh,
But you said E1B1A,
it's a
right?
precious metal. I hope.
And no. You said
No,
if I
I'm gonna
had
tell you right
E1.
now, as of current science, E1B1A. If you're gonna have E1B1A in your blood and say you have no connection to Africa, I'm gonna call you a liar.
Okay, hold on. I want you to check this out.
This is the adjustment syndicate handling all
Now listen to
scales right here.
this. Hey, listen to this. Bill, I'm gonna show you mine. Uh, I just want to touch base on basically mine. Let me go ahead and tell you, mine is the E1B1A. E1B1A is longer than that too. I'm gonna show you. It's a
Oh,
longer. Hold on. I don't know if you can hear that. Hold on. Let me just play it one more time. I just want to touch base on basically mine. Let me go ahead and tell you, mine is the E1B1A. E1B1A is longer than that too. I'm gonna show you. It's a longer DNA marker. Dang, he look
Dang.
familiar. Oh shoot, I thought that was me. Oh my bad.
that ain't
Hold
you?
on, I thought that was
Who
me.
is that? Somebody
Oh
put him on the big
no.
Oh,
screen.
Who is that? Who said
that's
that?
Who said
Hold
that?
on. Put me on the big screen real quick.
Is he
'Cause I
talking
thought
about
that was me for a
DNA?
second.
I thought that was you, Rob.
Yeah, hold
That's
on.
that's
Hey, put me on
that's
the big
not
screen.
Robert.
come on. Come on.
No, he gonna get this work.
Probably walked out.
Oh, well, here we go.
No, I'm good, man.
All
I'm
the
chilling.
time.
Yusuf,
I'm gonna
you
reveal
get
my.
the
I'm gonna
work.
show you mine. Uh, I just want to touch base on basically mine. Let me go ahead and tell you, mine is the E1B1A. E1B1A is longer than that too. Okay, I just was curious about the E1B1A. I was real curious about it, but thank you, Yusuf, for letting me know.
So yeah, I would say if you got E1B1, EV38, I'm gonna say it originated in East Africa, and a lot of studies right now saying a couple of these haplogroups that they thought was African probably originated in India and back migrated
Yeah, but
into
would you say
Africa.
he's a
And that,
liar?
You said you were gonna call him a liar.
No, I told you I wasn't giving you no more.
say that again.
You said that you would call him a liar, and
Yeah,
that you had
again,
no
now I
African.
didn't say I would call him a liar. I said that I would say that anyone who has,
Oh
Oh,
hey,
okay.
shit!
Pause, y'all playing a game. I said anyone that claims to have E1B1A and have no connection to Africa is a liar. Then you brought this brother up after I stated that, and now you're saying, didn't you
Right?
say you're going to call him a liar? You dig what I'm
Whoa,
saying?
whoa,
Don't
whoa,
flip the
whoa!
script like
You
that,
said
D.
no, no. You said
Exactly.
anyone. You said anyone
He's not just
that
anyone though,
says,
Rob. He's the most. He's Yahweh.
"Oh,
You know,
oh,
we
I
No,
know
got
no,
he's
you,
religious. He can't
I
disrespect
got you."
God. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
my
Yeah.
bad, my bad.
and
I thought you
getting
said
back to
anyone. I
yeah,
thought
I
you
am
said
saying
anyone.
anyone. You have a connection to Africa off the bat if you have this blood within you.
Oh,
And if you want to go off the
dang.
new studies, like before you cut me off, because I was qualifying and I was telling you, yeah, you E1B1A, you come from EB38, you come from East Africa, you got
Man,
East
what that
African
nigga got
blood.
on you? What the
Hold
fuck
Damn, I
on,
going
know,
and
on?
then I
man.
was gonna hold on.
Hey,
Y'all
hold
still
on.
not letting me
I'm
finish
just
Yusuf,
because
turn
I'm
your
still I'm
camera
tripping.
on.
agreeing and y'all not letting me
Hey,
finish. I'm agreeing and
no,
y'all
no,
not
turn
letting
your
me
camera
finish.
on. Turn your camera on and make sure you
What?
blink if you need help.
Nigga.
Blink if you
But
need help.
again, if you got E1B1A or E1B1B or EV38, you 100% connected to Africa according to the studies. Now, there are new studies that say some of these might have started in India. So if you acting like you ain't got no connection to Africa, you still got a connection to India and you're not American per se, unless your ancestors came here before, sometime thousands of years ago.
I mean, the Garden
You
of
blinking
Eden
right
was
now?
where? The Garden of Eden was where? The Garden of Eden was in northern Africa. So yeah, of course we all
I don't know nothing
originate
about the
from the
Garden of
African,
Eden. I
from the
don't know nothing about
African
the Garden of Eden,
Ain't
Asiatic.
but
no
I'm gonna say
damn Garden of
haplogroup E.
Eden.
Garden of Eden.
Okay,
Haplogroup
What you
then
E
talking
is
about?
in the
African. I'm
What
gonna
y'all
say
talking about?
haplogroup E is African. I don't know nothing about a Garden of Eden. Look,
Garden of Eden
we
is
are
a bro.
Nowhere in Africa, bro.
Hey,
even
Yusuf, you
Hey,
were blinking. Would you tell me?
shout out to my community. You gotta cut the African out and put it to the side. Man.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for that catchphrase.
Hey, just remember, Yusuf, blink twice if you need help. I got you.
I'm the more. I'm good. My brethren got me.
Just checking,
So
man.
he
Just
a liar though,
man,
right?
I'll swoop in there.
Yeah, I 100% say E1B1. You connected to Africa. To say zero African connections is incorrect.
So he a liar? Yeah. You gotta blink, bro. Something wrong. Something's wrong. God damn. How is he not a liar? But you just said he would
everybody
be a
got
liar.
Who not blink?
connections.
Hold on.
Mute
I just
yourself
said it
three
3 times
times.
that E1B1A is African. What? I just said it 3 times.
Hold on,
Even if it,
you. If he's lying, mute yourself 3 times. Go mute, then go off mute, then go unmute, then go off mute.
look, E came in
Two
Africa, came
more.
from Africa. Is African and Indian mixed or African? Haplogroup E is North African, East African.
Hey,
It's East African.
I bet you blinking your ass off right now.
Ain't no need to blink. It's this is what the studies show, fam. And I know the studies. And then Vance will probably be the
oh
only one to know what I'm talking
damn,
about when
man.
I'm
Come
talking
on,
about the back
Yusuf.
migration.
I don't
So the
want to
only
call
one
you
that can
that
back me
word,
on this
bro.
is Vance, and he not on deck.
Bro, Yusuf, man, I'm feeling that B word and that P word. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to say it. It sounded like you.
Mm.
I've been going out my way not to point out people wrongs or ridicule people or mock people, family, for real. You dig?
You
And
don't
y'all,
need to
y'all
mock
trying to
him, bro.
sucker
He
me
I
into
lying.
it,
feel
B.
you. I feel you.
He
Sometimes you got to
lying.
do. Sometimes you got to do it.
I don't talk about the Africans. I don't talk about the Pan Africans. I don't talk about the Black
Hey,
Indians. I don't
bro,
talk about the Israelites. I don't like to get down on people beliefs,
I
fam. You
got
Oh,
feel
that
me?
shit is getting more and more fishy.
they started that
I,
shit with
I, I,
us.
I feel you blinking. I feel you blinking. I'm there,
What you
man.
say,
Just let me
Super?
know.
I think
All these labels, though.
Hold
Who
on,
put
Prime.
them?
Hold on.
Who put?
And then it's not 59, little girl. Don't.
And, like to give you an example, is like me and that brother got into it plenty of times, and one of the statements he used to make that I hated more just mean black.
I don't know what he's
In other statements, and I'm not trying to, you
No.
know, start no
That's
shit,
that's
but I
Yeah.
disagree. I believe E1B1 is African.
more
So he lying?
a different
Come on,
time.
bro. You compromised.
Dang.
Hold on. Time out. Hold up. Time
Man,
out.
put that Visine down, Yusuf.
Hold
Put
up.
the
Does Earth
Visine
speak
down,
on
man.
Banter Live right now? Is Earth speak on Banter Live right now?
We don't.
Woo!
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Nigga said we the first Asian. You can speak for yourself.
We the first
Huh.
Asian.
The snatcher? That's the body snatcher down there, ain't it?
What's wrong with these weird ass man?
That ain't him.
Look, he said we are Asians, not this idea of modern African.
Oh shit, that's Mata
Hey,
Moose.
my Tammuz, I feel sorry to tell you this, but
Hey,
the Chinese people themselves chased the Y chromosome back to Africa, buddy. Guess
What's up,
what?
Mata Moose?
Yo ass is African, my nigga.
They
Yeah, dog,
did.
you African
They,
dog.
they did.
You gotta stop cutting African out, Mata Moose, and
That
put it
that
to the
Hey, you know
side.
what?
I don't think that's
Them
him though.
Chinese geneticists was trying to
Hey,
prove that where they were, and they ended up proving that they were from Africa.
Hey, guess
was
what?
How is that? I don't know if
hey, you
that's
know
him
what?
though, cause what he only got 3,000 followers.
playing linguistic
Uh,
gymnastics.
Oh, it's probably a different account.
African
Yeah,
apply
so
the
Monty,
territory.
get in the box, bro.
come up here, man. It's all good.
And on the song.
Oh
don't be
yeah, shit, we
scared
about to
now.
get off. Well, next time
What's the
hop in the box.
genetics?
He ain't gonna do that.
You can jump. You can jump back down. I just want to see if it's really you.
Oh no, that's him. Yeah, that's him.
Is it?
That's him. That's him. What's up, Moose? With y'all pseudo asses.
Moose, y'all got
Shout
guys
out to
Just got
talent. You
off
got
another. I just got off another live.
Oh, it
Just
is
to
him.
He was over there at '05.
break it down to some people that was in the chat and the live tonight. I'm ready for. I ain't ready to. I don't do the debating, but at the same time, I just show the truth. I just show the proof.
Mhm.
Good
That's it.
deal.
Go to the suiting 2.0
I I got
and see if you know the proof.
I gotta ask you a
What a
question.
proof
You got part
that
one,
you're
two, and
of
three
age.
coming.
Why did you say you had to cut the African out and put it to the side? That broke my African heart, dog.
Come on. Wait, who said
You said that. You don't remember saying that?
that? In what video?
You
Oh,
and
it's okay.
I
Multi was
We
think
on
it
a
talk
was.
real.
live. It
Hey
was a while
man, you
back
know
though.
what I've been saying? I've been saying
It was a
that
while back.
African, African, that was only applied to the Carthaginian territory. Am I wrong about that?
No, no, hold on. No, no,
It
no, no.
depends
You
on
were reading.
what time period you go back to.
Yeah, you
Shoot,
were
if we
reading.
think of
No, this
I
was
know.
pertaining to something more modern than that, bro. This
y'all
this was
mother.
like which was it? It was that Pocahontas site, and it was an African, and you was like, hold on, Darza Hijack. You was like, cut that shit out, cut that African shit out, put it
You
to the
said every
side.
time you see Africa, you just
well,
cut
that's because
it off.
can I have time to explain?
Go ahead, yeah, it be good. It's all good. We good. Go ahead.
That's because people had this somebody got their car going.
Hold on.
That's because people had this modern mindset of what an African is. But an African, which was applied to that particular region up there by Carthage, modern Carthage. Am I wrong about that?
Hold on. So Africa is just in Carthage.
No,
So
that's not what I
The
said.
Carthaginians, is that
I
what
mean,
I'm trying to?
So
that's the
you
Northern
saying
Africa?
that's the modern idea of
Nigga, you know what continent we talking about.
a
so
Apple. Your
Hey,
character is off. I don't
Hey,
trust
hold on,
anything
time
you have
out.
to say.
Everybody talking.
Who
What do you say?
said that?
Your character is off. I don't trust nothing you have to say at that after this point. So, like
Who,
I
me?
said, No, I'm talking about Apple. He said that ignorant
Oh,
stuff. Port City. So am I wrong
bro,
on the
you just
fact
doing
that
that
I don't care?
that
I don't
definition
care, bro.
bullshit, but you
I
know
don't
what the
care.
fuck we
I don't
talking about.
care. I don't care. It's host. Is your lie based on morality or bullying? Which one?
My life is based on truth.
Okay, so can you get him to stop talking so I can say the truth?
Go ahead.
So Port City, am I wrong on the fact that the Carthage Africa was only applied to the Carthaginian territory in 1619?
I'm not understanding what you're talking about on that part. What the Africa, what the continent where the black folks was at, has always been there, right? So to say that these people weren't Africans, I'm not understanding that.
Okay, so when they got on the boat, when the Portuguese got on the boat to go do their escapades, did they
Hmm.
call them people Africans in 1619?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, you see language of them calling them Negroes and Africans.
Did they call them
19.
Africans? In 1619, did they call them Africans?
Yeah,
Show me. Because
Negroes.
because I thought that it said that they were calling them Negroes, which is based off a phenotype, not a region.
Hold on, dog. You got to understand, the Europeans was first. The term Negro first occurred during the Portuguese coming into contact with black folks into to Africa. So
Yeah.
that's when we start seeing that word pop up, right?
Yeah.
And this was
So
pertaining to black people in the characteristics of black folks.
so
So when the transatlantic slave trade initiated around that area, those were the people that was getting snatched up.
so I'm gonna explain what
And
happened. Africa.
no, this is what the primary says. This is what
No,
exactly happened.
I'm gonna explain it, and I'm gonna explain the root. A lot of those people that was up in the Carthage territory were being invaded, so a lot of them fled to West Africa, and the rest of the continent was eventually called Africa over time. In the late 1700s, well, in the 1700s, the whole continent was then called Africa, but it wasn't called Africa in 1619.
So am I to believe that the West Africans are Carthaginians? Is that what you're saying?
Precisely. No, the people that they picked up were ancient Carthaginians.
That don't make sense, man.
Does it not make sense? You sure?
No, because you don't see any exchange between like this two different time periods too. Two
Well, what
like different groups of people, different groups of
honestly,
Africans.
no, not necessarily. It's just a region. It's kind of going. It's coincided with nationality.
Because when you see enslavement of the African initially, our part, right, the transatlantic, you see the Congos, right? You see Angolians and the Congolese, and then
Yeah,
Guinea, Nigeria, right? So they have no connection to Carthagena at all.
yeah, those people. But
I don't know if that's entirely accurate. If I may jump in, I was reading in one of my books here, literature,
I
Sheikh
mean, if y'all
Diop
can
is
show us,
song.
that's cool or
But
whatever.
I
But
want to say that
but can I ask a minute?
When Hannibal fell, Leo Africanus had a hatred toward the Ethiopian or the Ethiop Carthaginian. So Hannibal put out I'm not Hannibal, but Leo Africanus put out a decree to enslave the Ethiopian Carthaginians to put them in chains. So in Carthage and all through that province where Leo Africanus was, they started hunting the dark skinned people or the people with
But you're talking
afros.
about like
All right, hold
800
on. Wait, wait,
That
wait,
BC,
was
wait.
dog. Hold on, hold
that
on,
would have
hold
been an
on.
early
You're talking
time.
about
And these
hold on. Y'all
people
talking about
and these
Carthage.
people would
That's
have
like
pushed from
800
North
BC.
Africa.
Hold on. That's 800 BC. So what else would have been around there? Ghana? Those are two different
Hey,
people.
I don't know
hey,
if
hold
that
on,
was
Port.
800
Just real
BC.
quick.
I was thinking
Just
more of 500 BC, 108 BC. I don't know.
hey, hold on, real quick. We're going around this. Let me just dial it back real quick. So, if what you're saying is true, if it was not called Africa until what you say, 1619, that's what you said, correct?
yo, what you got right there?
What was not
Hold
called?
on.
I
Wait,
said they
wait.
wasn't.
It
It
wasn't
wasn't.
called. Okay, what did the place? What was the area called? Was it called Africa or no?
No, not from what I
All
remember.
right,
No.
cool.
Mauritania,
So
the
let me
Sahara,
hold on.
Negroland.
Wait. Let me show
Hold
you.
on, slow down,
Let me
Yusuf.
show you. Let me show you something very interesting, right? There's a website with a whole bunch of maps and stuff on, right? So this is a map from
What
1534.
you
I
got?
want you to
Well, I might have the
hold on.
same.
This is a map from was that Jorge Renal, right? So this is dated 1534, and it's at the University of Minnesota. I want you to notice a particular name, right? Look at the shape of it. So they're
15.
calling this right. So look, this is Africa. Now watch this, right? So let me go back. So that's just 15. Let's, you know what? Let me just go. Let's check these maps. So this is 1514. Let's see what's on here. Oh no, this map's kind of crazy looking. Hold
No,
on,
go back to the
because there's
first
a
one.
shit. Which one?
Well, it doesn't matter. Just pick one.
I did, but it's depending on the map. So which map? This is a whole bunch of maps. Look at this.
I'm just asking
Which
you to pick
which
one.
No, I'm with you. I like that because I didn't see that
map
one
would
map
you look?
before. Go to
Okay,
another one from the 1500s.
okay. This is 1500. Um, I have to bring up the other one. Those are interactive. This is the other one that
I
I picked
just
before, and they actually have a
I just want to see the
they
one that
have
says
a
Africa.
interactive one.
I just
You want
want
to see
to
the
see.
one that I had before?
I just want
1514.
to see the one that
Hold
says
on.
Africa. Yeah.
Yeah, I
All
ain't
right,
got
cool. Hold on. That was 1514. What did I say? That was the Jorge one, right? Was it this one? No, that's the globe. Hold on.
I'll look into this map, but it still doesn't negate my point that it was only applied to North Africa, and then it's spread out.
You got to show us
Hold on. Let's go back to.
Carthaginians
All right.
settling, and oh, my bad, Rob. Go ahead.
Nah,
You
I'm
gonna
gonna
have
go up
any?
to medieval maps because there's also. Where's my favorite one? Let me see. Is it on this one? That one doesn't name it on this one, this particular map. But this is actually a really cool map. This shows you about
Africa,
Columbus right here.
Africa is, if I'm not, if I'm pretty sure Africa is a Greek name that they got. Like, there's America, there's Europa, there's Asia, and there's Africa.
Well,
Asia, Europe, America, Africa. Those are Greek names. So Africa had to have its own name before, just like Mexico is not Mexico to the real Mexicans. That's an American Latin name put on Mexico. Just I'm pretty sure the Greeks who first named the continents as we know them today, Africa, Asia, Europe, America, those are Greek names. Africa, Asia, Europa, and Africa. And then they have their
Oh,
goddesses that are
1570.
their goddesses that are put to those names. They're all women's.
I didn't see these maps from the 1500s about the Africa, but my point still stands that it was only applied to the northern part, and then it spread out.
okay.
Let me see
So
if I
what?
find because I haven't went through every single one of these. But where was the one I just had? 1520, right? Or no, 1514. I thought it was.
Yeah, leave
Oh, here's
Rob
the
up.
one right here.
This is one right here from 1570.
Hold on.
Let me see. Do I have
1570.
that on here?
No, I got one from
But I do
1540.
have a question. Who made these two maps that y'all showing? Was it the Portuguese?
I can go back. It was Jorge. I think it was Spanish.
It was the Spanish.
Spanish or
Hold on.
Portuguese. The Spanish and the Portuguese had the biggest fleets back in those days. It's probably the
Yeah,
Spanish.
Portuguese. Yep. Yep.
Hmm.
Both of those
Spanish
did because
crown.
before the 1600s, it was actually the 1400s going to the 1500s. Portuguese owned the water, and then the Spanish
And
took
the
over.
the Portuguese were basically like French and Spain, France and Spain combined. They were like, "Hey, I like your cheese. Hey, I like your ham." And then they made this crazy army, Spanish, Portuguese, and then they started taking over the whole trading
What
company.
was it?
As dumb as it sounds, and they tried doing their thing, but it didn't really work out the way they planned.
Which one was that map I
The
had?
the
I thought it
Portuguese.
was.
Okay. So can we all agree that that's not the original name of the continent?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. There was no one.
No, Africa is a Greek name. Africa
Everybody
is a
know
Greek
that
name.
somebody got to start talking.
Okay, so that's the goalpost of what I'm saying.
They might have though, like the name of the original
Damn.
continent might have been something similar, like Mexico. The
We're
original
talking
name of
about called
Mexico was
the
Mexica.
continent called
It
Africa.
was called Alcablan or whatever. What's the name of
That's,
it?
that's an
No,
Islamic name.
that's Arabic,
Different
bro.
tribes in
Yeah,
Africa
Oh, that's
called the
cool.
continent what they wanted to call it. They all had their own name for it.
exactly.
Right,
Okay. Can
I
we
right.
read
see?
languages, how many different languages and language
That's
groups are in
cool.
Africa. They
Yeah,
weren't
I
all
can.
calling it
Yeah,
one specific thing, bro.
I
So
can bet
Africa
you the Dogon was not calling it El Cablon and none of that shit. The
is
Dogon
Uh,
wouldn't call it that.
I got a question. I got a question.
This is the
Okay.
interrogation room. Go ahead.
Where do y'all believe that the Bantus come from, and what evidence do you have to? Um, what evidence do you have to give?
Bantus are what? Central
He's
Africa.
trying to make it seem like they
L2.
come from
Where they come from? What, here? You think the Bantus come from here?
We're not talking about America, but I'm just trying to get into the root of what's going on. So, you believe that the Bantu come from Central? Is that what you said?
The Bantus are in Africa, period.
No, I'm saying like where do they start off? What civilization do they
Yeah.
have to? What ancient civilization do they have in Central or West Africa that predates other things on Earth?
The Bantus wasn't a civilization. That's just a migration of people that was in that area that moved around.
That's all well and good. So you're saying that civilization didn't start with a Bantu started?
What, okay, first of all, I'm trying to get where you going at with the whole Bantu question,
Hold on.
first of all.
I'm saying if people believe that we're Bantus, the Bantus are supposed to be the oldest people. Can we agree that if we go by that concept, the Bantus would be the oldest
The
people on Earth?
Bantus are not the oldest people.
Yeah, you
The
have
Fan
the
people, the San
Khoi
people
San, the San
are the
Khoi,
Fan
right?
people are
Yeah.
one of
That.
the
Okay.
oldest people, and they found them all
And
the way
and
up
and
in Egypt. So
Yeah.
Well,
And the Bantus.
what?
That's more focusing on their languages.
okay. I'm just saying.
Not them. Yeah, because there's people way older than them.
So it's not dealing with blood.
the ethno-linguistic
No.
group.
so
It's
you had
they
the
they
San
relate.
Khoi, the
They're
San
related
Khoi,
to each
those
other
were
by
like
language, not necessarily
right in
blood.
genetics. So you had the
So
San Khoi, those are like L0, L1, and then the Bantu is between L0, L1, and L2 haplogroups. They are genetically connected to one another, but as far as the oldest, you got the Khoisan.
okay. So all right. If they're not the oldest, if are they would y'all consider them to be one of the oldest?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that could spread out wild because that's more focusing on the languages. It's what they
So
speak.
so you saying okay?
Like it started off as Bantu speaking peoples, and then they grouped them up like that, and then later on people just said, "I'm Bantu, I'm Bantu. These are Bantu people," and then it just spiraled out of
Right.
control.
Yeah,
It's
and
not
they
like a
migrated and they
civilization called
mixed.
Bantu.
They
Okay.
migrated and they mixed with other tribes. So I don't understand where you getting at.
I'm saying essentially that it doesn't make that much sense because I'm not going to base it off blood. I'm going to base it off linguistics, like speakers. And I don't see no origin of such a mass group of people starting a civilization. So now I have to think of it as they didn't start a civilization, they were hunter and gatherers. And then they somehow acquired multiple languages traversing from so called West Africa.
Hold on. That's a Niger Codophonia language, dog. That's a Niger Congo language.
Okay, so you're saying they come
So
from Central.
all of that's connected together.
So it comes from
You
Central.
might have different dialects, different. Africa is big as shit, man.
Do y'all
So you're gonna
believe
have,
that
I don't know. I haven't got a straight answer even from an African on what exactly is a Bantu or a Nihilist or, a Kushite. Like I've been looking for the dividing lines between them, and even the Bantu don't agree on what Bantu is. It's kind of wild.
because that's a
Because it's
freaking term that's given to them
right.
and people keep trying to
Hey,
force it on them?
Yeah, it's a linguistic terminology. It's
right.
not really about like the whole list that I'm looking at now. That it doesn't even say anything about Bantu people, but even though it goes into Bantu pygmies and and stuff like that. But that's referring to the language. But that's what you be talking about, like the Quakan people, the Hazda, or the Hadza, the Masi or Maasai people.
The Maasai.
Those, yeah. And then there's one, I was just reading the art. Well, I got to finish the article when I get off. They were looking at the desert. There's like a desert area, and they're saying like it shows evidence of one of the oldest tribes there, and it's a few tribes that have that connection to them. So they're still investigating that and trying to put that together to see who those people were, because all they have, I think, is skeletal remains there in the desert. But they
So
knew
that
those people were there because they just went extinct recently.
so
They
that
recently
sounds
went extinct.
that sounds like guessing though. I mean, like
Ain't nobody guessing.
They already, I mean, they
essentially, this sounds like a lot of confusion to me. It doesn't really sound simple.
No, no, because all
guess.
these people are connected genetically.
Wait, where's the
You
So
can't.
it
guess?
is based on blood. It is based on blood.
Where's the guess?
No, 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 no. The Bantu speaking people doesn't necessarily mean you're connected by blood.
Okay, so you in Port City are saying
They're, of
someone.
course, they're going to be closely connected to each other because they're in Africa. Like, that's a default. But the Bantu speaking thing, that's a linguistic terminology. And then later on, it just, people thought Bantu people were like an empire or some shit.
Okay,
Like,
so
to give an
going based
example,
off that.
there's Bantu linguistic speakers that are more closely genetically related to some Afro-Asiatic speakers than they are other Bantu. The language group was flawed to begin with. It wasn't quite organized right.
Yeah, so that's still confusing to me. So, essentially,
Bantu's more like a. Sorry.
I mean, can we agree? I mean, I'm trying to figure out, did they come from West? Did they come from Central? Did they come from both and then
The
merge? Like,
people
what
of
y'all
the
trying to say?
Bant, most of the group, the vast majority of the groups of Bantu speaking people migrated out of West Africa.
Okay, and I looked into the research of that. To correct me if I'm wrong, that was based off pottery. Am I wrong?
Not just pottery. There's
Then
multiple
what?
things that connect them to the people who stayed put, because that's what tethers you to other people. When certain groups of people stay put and then other people wander off, you still have a connection with those people that never move. That's the unique position that Africa has, and that's why some people can say that they are tied to people who are tied to a landmass. You know how they say DNA doesn't tie you to a landmass? If the people don't move for a long period of time, you can be connected to the landmass.
And
So that's how
it
they're connected,
does,
and
yeah.
it's not just pottery though.
So I haven't seen no information on skeletal remains. It was only, as you would say, linguistics, but that doesn't prove that it started in that particular region. And then when I looked at the pottery, they said it was two completely different sets, and it wasn't the same. And the people that y'all claiming to be of these Bantu speakers, a lot of them claim to have come from the Arabic desert, which is Asia. They said they migrated from Asia, but people
So
telling
you're
them,
saying the Africans is there ain't Africans? Like I don't understand with the whole Bantu question. Like we got this far with this Bantu stuff. I don't understand the point.
I mean, as you can see, a lot of this stuff, if you go and speak to them, a lot of them will tell you that they migrated from Asia. That's what I'm saying.
No,
Is
they
that their
won't.
oral
A lot of them
tradition,
would
or
tell
is
you
it
they've
I've
been here the
never
whole
heard
time,
no
bro.
Bantu person that came on my platform said that they
Right.
migrated from Asia. They all
Not
say
one African is gonna say that they migrated from Asia. Not one.
Ooh, I don't know
it's
about that, man.
I don't
I don't
it's
know
understand
what
why
you
get
keep
to
talking
talking
it's
about
about.
niggas, it's
and
niggas over
everybody
there that say
talk.
that,
I do a
but
video on it.
it be of
But
Islamic influence.
You said what?
So like you'll see the Yoruba saying we came from the east. You'll see some Yoruba saying we came from the east, but they oral traditions say that they were created and born right there in Ile Ife. So it's some random niggas just saying this shit to try to be more connected to Islam.
Exactly.
No. Wait a minute.
What do they
Yeah,
what do
that
they
that's true.
what do they oral
Random.
tradition
It's not.
genetic data?
It's not random.
What do their oral tradition and the genetic data say?
So wait. Let me ask you a question.
The oral tradition actually states that most of the Yoruba or multiple tribes and ethnic groups that was in a certain territory, but they're in their oral tradition. It also said one of them tribes is definitely Bani Ishmael or
No, it
Bani
don't.
Kedar, and they got exiled for being pagans, and these exiled Bani Ishmael or whoever went into the Yoruba tribes and became one with them.
Big cap. Big cap. They
I've been
or
in
traditions.
African
Okay.
lives. I've been listening to these East Africans, Sudanese, Somali, Ethiopians, Eritreans, Egyptians, Ghanaians. I've been listening to these brethren talk, and they're very tribal and they're very separated amongst each other. But that's why I'm confused on Bantu. Some of them say Bantu, all of Africa belongs to Bantu. Then a lot of them say no, Bantu are invaders. It's really confusing, even when you talk to Africans.
Hey,
Yeah, but
pause for a second. I don't know who the
stop.
Empress is saying about insulting women. I don't insult women. I don't know where that came from. You can scratch that.
What?
What?
Okay, so but the language, like you heard of the Bantu expansion, right?
Right.
Yeah, that they're looking at the language and archaeological evidence.
In the culture. Hmm.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, culture, radiocarbonate. They're looking at a whole bunch of different stuff. So it wasn't just no pottery. Remember, they're called the Bantu speaking people because they see the morphology. They see that the languages are all connected. And I don't know if
That's
you've been on any African lives. When you see Bantu people there, they'll say they speak like 7 different languages and they're all understanding each other. And they only have to make some corrections, like a little minor correction here and there when it's like a discrepancy. Because
different
And
all
that's
vowels.
those
why I say,
languages are really connected.
right. And that's why I say Niger, California.
Okay. So, leaving with the information that was given to me, um, personally still don't get it.
What if they use the same plants?
The
The
same
same
point.
plant,
Well,
the
people
same
would.
plants. They the agriculture practices is not. You
Well,
wouldn't just
similar.
have the same agriculture practice as somebody, and you never even met them.
I mean, I can
You're
agree
not
with
from there.
that.
You can, yeah, and then it's to the
I'm.
point where when they expand out, they upgrade their agriculture practices, and
Yeah,
then
I'm
where they left
assuming.
from, they're using the same basic foundation of when they first started using that agriculture practice. They
Yeah,
even
I'm not.
have that with the gold. They
Okay,
start off
okay,
picking gold one way, then they migrate out and they
brother,
find better ways of picking the gold. But
brother.
the people that they, all right, yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
I think you're assuming that I think you're assuming that I believe that our blood is not in that
I'm not
continent.
assuming anything. I'm just talking about Bantu expansion. That's the only thing I'm talking about.
Okay,
I'm not a psychic.
so for me, I mean, I wasn't done speaking. That's why. But
I
as for
wasn't
me,
either, and you just cut me off. But go ahead.
okay, cool. As for me, I'm not saying that our people didn't make their way to, as you would call, Africa. We're the ones that freaking build the civilizations they have, including the castles and all the little buildings they have over there. So of course you're going to find genetic similarities and linguistic
Hold on,
similarities,
hold on, hold on, hold on. Y'all
all
built
of
it
this
from
stuff over
America
there.
over here? What? What?
We Yeah, we took a lot of our stuff and we took it to Africa.
Y'all be
Yes, we
trying to
did.
say some slick ass
Man,
shit.
come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Oh, wait, hold on. Because you say y'all went over there and y'all built castles and shit. So where's these castles that's in America?
You said where are the castles in America?
Uh huh.
You can actually find a lot of them. Some of them have been turned into prisons. You can look up Castle Otis. You can look up the Irish castle
Old.
you can look up the Irish castle that was decimated in Texas.
How
You can
old are they?
also you can also look at the church and the capitals that's in South America as well, and they turned those into the Capitol buildings. Some of them are 500 years old. Some of them are 1,000 years old. They're pretty old.
Oh, so they not older than the ones over there on the other side of the sea.
What are you talking about?
You said y'all went over there and built castles, so I asked you about the castles over here. So the castles over there in like Rome, Greece, and stuff like that, that it's in England,
Yeah,
those are older than the ones in America.
we built those too.
Yeah, they built
And I,
that. They went over there and built those first, and then came over here and
no,
built
we
it.
didn't build those first. We built the stuff over here, and then we went over there and built
I was
those.
trying to work with you. That ain't
Ah,
gonna work.
damn.
Oh, wait.
Got
Quick
you.
question. Quick question. Hey, Monty, how'd they
Happened in
get from
reverse.
here to there?
Boats, and also the landmass was connected.
Oh,
It wasn't.
oh, landmass was connected. Okay,
Damn,
and
you
boats.
jumping
All right.
hurdles.
Yeah, we were
And
here when
boats.
Pangea was here.
Hey,
Yeah.
the less mocking, the more we can get to the knowledge.
All right, my bad. It got a little the pseudo temperature got a little hot for me. My
It's
bad.
all
They,
good.
they
Um,
crossed
Hey,
over
where's this
200
Castle
years
Otis at?
ago.
Is it in Florida?
Yeah, you can
Yo,
find it
the
in
dude, the
Florida,
dude,
and
the
I'm gonna
dude, the
explain it.
dude is speaking some histories, man.
who the
And
fuck
It's
is that
it's
saying that shit?
it's
and
subject it's subject to change, but yeah, it's. The guy is
So
sharing
tell, okay,
something.
all right. So tell
What
me about the Carthaginians coming into
Man, who
Ghana,
was
because
that?
we talked about
They
that
still
too.
ain't
I
cloak
don't.
his ass. I don't know why.
What
Well,
happened to
we
that?
I gave him the green light.
all right. We had a
There's
world.
no evidence of Carthaginians occupying Ghana.
Well, I was just trying to say that
You
Africa
know,
was
I was
supplied.
saying that the Ethiopian Carthaginians had to flee from the territories after Leo Africanus won, and they fled in every direction, which means, they fled southbound, and a
Man,
lot of them did
y'all
end up in
niggas need to
territories
pull up
that
some
would have been known as
primary.
Ghana, Mali, Songhai.
Hey,
Y'all got
time out real quick. Castle Otis, where is it?
Castle Otis is in Florida, so I was going to explain something with that. So Castle Otis, they said that it's supposed to be a remake of a castle that's 1,000 years old. But essentially, I found a map that was actually done in the 1500s showing Castle Otis on it. They said that it was made in the 1980s by two men. When you actually look at the stones on it, it actually proves that it's older than freaking 30 years old, which is full of
It was
cap.
made in. Okay. What's the map? What's the map? Because, bro, it says 1980, bro. So what's the map you talking about?
I did a dang. Now, hold on a second. I'm trying to think. A map
It's a
of
15.
America.
It's a 1500 map.
I believe so. It's a 1500 map, and it has castles all over America. You're gonna see them. You're gonna see one located in left Florida.
y'all built that?
Yeah, we did because we had empresses and emperors over here.
Like y'all had a whole
Okay.
black kingdom of
You got
people
a
and shit?
you got a list.
American kingdom.
American kingdom.
What's the
I'm
list? I mean, it's
trying to
like a
keep
list
up.
of
Show us
a
some
lit.
You know,
yeah.
Is it like a
wait,
list of
real quick,
emperors, successors, and
Monty,
predecessors
Monty.
and
You know
shit?
there was no America in 1500, right?
America. I mean, I'm just using this as a term.
America, you gotta catch up, nigga.
I'm just using it. I'm just
You
using the
know, I'm just
term.
noticing y'all been letting me misspeak and say Leo Africanus this whole goddamn time. It's Scipio Africanus, but go ahead.
That was you,
We
nigga.
know we know who you was talking about
Don't
though.
correct
Yeah,
that.
we
Built
good.
in
We
1988. What?
good. We good.
Well, they call this place many things. They called it Aslan. They called it Atlantis. They called it so many different
Assland.
things.
They
Yeah,
didn't call this land
Uh,
Atlantis, bro.
not Aslan. I
wait.
think it was Atslan or
Oh,
ATL. Like it's some places down in South America still called it.
Athlon.
Yeah, Atlan.
Athlon.
Yeah,
Yeah, so you
Atlan.
don't like you're like immune to your medicine, right? Because you just said the same thing.
Exactly.
But Rob said it wasn't called that, and it's like, oh, well, it had many different names. But that same
No,
logic can be applied to Africa, right?
I'm agreeing that it changes. That's not disagreeing.
But they're still referring to the same people that they met. Their depictions of the people when they went throughout Africa, it's the same depictions, no matter what area was called it, and then it spread it out, and they said, oh, this is an African, oh, these are people African too. They all connected. That's
But
irrelevant. They're still referring to the same African people there, just like they can refer to us with all different types of names, and they're still referring to African descendants.
I mean, but it's okay. So it was different phenotypes that was all up in Africa. We can agree that the people there don't look the same, right?
Oh, and Ptolemy's map from AD, from I think it was like 160 AD. Ptolemy's map that Columbus used, that's an old ass map, and that it was Africa. West Africa was on there.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I ain't disagreeing with that. I'm not disagreeing with that. But essentially, what I'm saying is, we traversed over to the other continents. Like that's the reason why people keep saying that Africa was one of the last places to be brought up, even down into. Not saying that we
can you?
were. Not saying that we
Hey,
wasn't.
Monty.
Not saying we
Can you
wasn't
can you
savage.
bring up a document like one of the documents you use? Because right now it sounds like you're freestyling just a little bit. Just to be honest with you,
You hold up, because you said Africa was brought up from what?
By Americans. It was brought up by Americans.
it was. Can you bring up the document for that? Because it sounds like you're freestyling a little bit, man.
I
Are you
mean,
saying nobody was there, and then people from America went over there and populated the area?
it was
We had
submerged. It was a lot of it was submerged under the water. You just freaking showed a map of most of it under the water, and you even realize it.
Yeah, but
but
you
dude,
said
no no
not on Ptolemy's map. But
What?
wait, nobody. You said nobody was there.
Nobody was occupying nobody was occupying west or south for a good minute because it was under the water, and you just showed a
Wait,
map.
I showed the map. You
Yeah,
talking about
go back.
me?
Yeah, it was a black and white map.
Oh man, hold on. I can pull it back up. That's the 1530
Yo,
map.
Yeah,
on Ptolemy's map,
the Sahara Desert.
Ptolemy's.
The Sahara
Let me get
Desert
this.
is actual evidence that most of it was. It used to be. A lot of it was underwater, actually.
No. It was vegetated and it had a Lake Megachad
Yeah,
in the
but
middle
okay.
of it.
All right.
It had
I'll just go.
terrain,
I'll
bro.
just go bring that for
Hold
you.
on, what time period are you talking about?
The timelines is messed up as well. I'm still putting that together.
So
Oh,
here, can I ask you something? What do you know about the
uh,
sub-Saharan? Hold on, Monty man. What do you know about the sub-Saharan slave trade?
The sub-Saharan slave trade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I know that it was a lot of turmoil going on and stuff like that. So a lot of them were having disputes, and people was being sold captive
Do you know where?
into different parts of the earth. But it
In two
wasn't
different parts of the
millions.
earth.
You don't know nothing about that damn thing, do you? You ain't read nothing about that shit. It's all good. Just say you don't know. It's all good. If you
No,
like,
no,
a lot of people
he
don't know
know,
about this, the trans-Saharan trade.
he got it, he got it. He knows this, bro. Where they was at, where they was getting shipped to.
It wasn't millions.
nah.
Hmm?
To
What?
where?
Like
It was
where?
getting shipped to. I see what you're doing.
No, we just this
Man,
a
this
legitimate
ain't
question, dog. For
no,
real though.
I
man.
see.
Straight up.
I see what you're
No,
doing, and I'm not
don't
disagreeing that. I like.
don't be.
I'm
No,
not.
no. Just say where they at. Just say where they at. We ain't doing that. We're just trying to get an understanding.
Okay. A very small percentage of what, like, I think it was like not even 10,000 Africans were shipped to America.
From
In
the
the
trans-Saharan
trans-Saharan?
slave trade. Oh
Trans-Saharan
shit.
Slave
From the sub-Saharan. Oh, you're talking about that from the sub-Saharan, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
break it down, break
trans-Saharan
it down,
slave
break it
trade.
down.
I
Let me
got you.
hear it. Let me see the documents. Let me see the
Amazing, yo.
documents y'all talking about.
So look. Here's the map, right?
I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping.
Not that
So
They
map. It was
took
the black and
niggas
white one.
across the Sahara and then to the Americas.
Say it again. It was a black and white map, bro.
Never mind. Don't worry about it.
black
Don't
and
worry
white
about
one. All right. But yeah, here, look, let me just I know you answered this one, but let me just tell you that you work well when you asked the question. So it was the Portuguese. So it was from the Portuguese that did this map. So I just clarified that one because I didn't know, I thought it was Spanish, but it is actually Portuguese with the African in 1534.
That
But I
that
don't
ain't
know the
underwater.
black and white map.
No, 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 no.
No, it's just it ran out of room on this side.
I'm talking. Yeah, I was talking about a black and white map.
That ain't
The
underwater.
black and white one.
Yeah.
All right. What? I think I showed like a 1500 one. This one. Uh, the Potelium. Yeah, come on.
Hold on. I want to. Welcome to America gave them clothes. That's not true. I'm talking about the clothes that we wear today. Anna, I have to rebuttal the lie that you're putting out. I said that they didn't, the type of clothes that we're wearing today, they didn't have these clothes until we brought it to them. But they were wearing animal skins just like they do today. And if you're insinuating that that's bad, then that's okay.
Right.
Hold on, hold, whoa, what?
The type of clothes that we wear today, like cotton clothes, right? And silk
Mm.
and all of that other stuff. We were the ones that invented that. We were the ones that was doing it first.
Silk.
Africans over there were wearing animal skin clothing.
Oh wow.
All of them, right?
A great percentage, just like the Khoisan. The Khoisan they still wear animal until we brought them that stuff. Then they started wearing it, and we brought it to them hundreds of years ago.
So y'all clothed us, y'all fed us too, right?
Um.
Y'all
So
Yeah.
weird, man.
when we look on the wall,
Hey
hold
Monty.
They
on,
was
Bob, hold
wearing
on,
drip,
Bob.
dog.
So when
Hey
we look on the
Monty.
wall,
I just
they all of those people that have the little loincloths, like with the white looking skirt, is that was animal skin?
Say it again.
You basically what Susan's saying. You think we was walking around here with thongs and bones in our nose and shit? That's what you think.
No, not you
We ain't
guys.
had no clothes and we just was walking around savage like.
Not you guys. And I'm saying that before we got over
Facts. Who
there,
does this? Some nigga
before
that shit.
hey,
Facts. Africa
no
had
no
a
no no
drought.
no
Y'all
no
niggas
no no
crazy.
no no.
I'm talking about
Before
the
it got
comment,
over
not you.
oh,
Go
okay.
ahead.
Damn, you almost like the colonizer.
My phone is about to die, so I'm trying to say what I gotta say.
Plug that motherfucker
So,
up right now.
so nobody can try to do whatever. I'm saying that Africa, us as Americans, went over there a long time ago, and we was in North Africa, and the troglodyte nations of Africa were dwelling with us. We taught them in Egypt how to do certain things in our mystery schools. We taught them how to bathe and how to do these things that we was already doing
What?
because a lot of them were and they
Yeah.
still bathe themselves in pee and
All right,
they
Monty.
Damn,
Wow.
Monty.
Hey, Monty. Can I just wanna interject one thing.
it's their
Do you
culture.
remember this
That's
book?
their culture, man. You laughing, that means you're mocking their culture, not me. I'm just telling the truth.
No, no. Hey, Monty. Do you remember this book?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Did you read it?
Did I read it? Oh no,
Yeah.
I didn't go through the whole thing, man. Not that book.
Because I know that because I know in your video because I saw one because I thought it was like kind of crazy that you did this, right?
You know what I
So at the
did?
very end of this,
I
what'd
was
you
just
do?
pointing. I was pointing out the numbers. I was pointing out the numbers
Right.
basically for the census records. I wasn't. I see. When the thing is, when I read from a book, y'all, I don't agree with everything that's in the book. So don't even do that. I point out certain parts in the book to make a point.
Right.
Okay, I get
So
that.
because this is look only reason why I brought this up because the only reason why I brought this up is because I thought it was funny because somebody used yours, but you forgot to tell them to kind of snip it off a little bit because you were saying like Africa, say Africa on the bottom, but I know yours had it cut off here because yours like this, so you couldn't see the Africa. So I thought it was pretty cool. They didn't do that,
Rob,
but
you
what I
breaking
was
up.
actually wanted to ask you if the reason I did it. Hold on,
Robbie breaking up, Robbie.
You
you hear me
chopping
now?
up, man.
Yeah.
All right, go. All right,
Not bringing her up if you just gonna start cussing people out. I don't feel
We
like
don't
hearing
need.
that.
I don't want to hear none of that shit. No.
all right, there we go. Is that better?
Yeah, it's
Is
Yeah.
that
better.
better?
Yeah,
You
you
hear me?
good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the only reason why I asked you if you read it because this is actually a good source because a lot of the questions that you do ask came from this book. Because I know that I think it was like you showed one in like 527, which is kind of weird how you skipped all these pages. But if you actually go through, it actually shows what people look like in here too. It's kind of crazy. So it actually goes through the different things that they walked around and they saw people and they categorized it, such as pictures like this, and it says an ex-slave, and it kind of goes through the history.
Yep.
So that's why I was wondering if you kind of read this book.
You know, I'm sorry
He's
to
a
cut you off. I'm
Brazilian.
not going to be up much longer. I just wanted to, back up Monte Moose a bit. And if you could see my screen, there has been finds like this one, the archaeologist's dilemma of 250,000-year-old site found in Mexico. So they've dated this multiple times, and it keeps coming out to roughly 200, 250,000-year-old site with advanced tools that couldn't have been done by hominids. So it suggests that humans as we are today was already in Americas walking around making spears and things 250,000 years ago. And to bring up
Which
another
one is
part of
it?
this, um, it's called,
What's
yeah,
the name?
there go the word. I don't want to slaughter it. You could type up that word right there and you'll see the finds. And so that
Hold on,
that
man.
gives a
I
problem
can't
to
remember
out of
that. Hold
Africa
on.
theory as well.
18.
This will give
Put
a
it back.
problem to out of Africa theory as well because this is 250,000-year-old intelligent humans.
Right, right.
Um,
Put it back on
and
the
then
word.
here's another article where
This?
Native American, so-called indigenous archaeologists are arguing that if they arrived in America, they arrived at least
Oh
130.
no, 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 brother. No. This
What?
is this is the same dude connected to the Mormons.
Ah,
What dude are we
damn.
talking about?
The same
Motherfucking
dude. The
that that weird looking
forbidden
motherfucking saint.
histories of
Yup.
the Americas. The group of Mormons and fringe theorists, and
Daniel
then
No, I
Law.
don't know nothing. I don't know anything
Yeah.
about that. But concerning the
Daniel Lowe.
250,000-year-old site. Concerning the 250,000-year-old site,
Okay, well
it was a female.
no
It
no no
was
no
a
no no hold on
female
hold on hold on hold on hold on.
archaeologist.
Okay, that's cool. But let me
Is
tell you
that
what it
Daniel
what
Lowe?
That
No,
site,
it
that's
was a
Daniel.
female.
that site
Oh,
25,000 years old.
250,000 years old, and it was a female.
25,000, not 250,000.
Look, I
This
know
is
what I'm saying. 250,000 years old. It was a
let me,
female who dated
bro.
this multiple times before
God
others started
damn, bro.
dating
So do
it.
y'all
And I,
disagree? Do y'all disagree with the science that's brought out by these individuals? I'm just asking.
I'm trying to even look. Where's the? I don't even see that. What article is that?
don't go to the article. It's actually a study. Just go straight to the study. Type up the name of Mexico to
It's
dig. Go straight to
trying
the study.
to
Forget the
keep
article.
moving the screen, bro.
My bad. My bad.
Yeah, they dated the study to circa 25,000 years ago.
Hey, yo, I'll be in the comments. I gotta go. Gotta drop.
Mm.
all
All
right.
right. Peace.
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 So it ain't 250,000 years old. It's 25,000 years old. And that other 130,000 year old site, if that's the one in California, then they talking about Neanderthals and shit. They're not talking about modern humans.
And
Matter
they
of fact,
that it could be tools. They don't know if there's tools for sure. I think Mo did a little
Well, you know,
presentation.
I'm looking, even though, as I'm reading on Wikipedia, 1981 publication, blah, 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 these tests, among other data, validated a date of 250,000 years before present of these artifacts. So there's multiple dating systems that did date it to
Uh,
250,000 years.
oh, this says the
That's why I
aftermath. What
said
does it
go
say about
straight.
the
That's why I
aftermath?
said go straight to the aftermath. Let's see. In 1990, federal possible pre-Clovis sites, perhaps 20,000 years old, but argued against the human habitation of this place being 250,000 years old. They argue the stone tools found at the site are entirely too modern to have possibly been manufactured by hominids of that era, and that the remains at the site are consistent with fauna that thrived no earlier than the last glacial maximum. So he was saying it's impossible. It must be 20,000 years old. Where did it end off? Someone else dated it 80,000 to 220,000 years old in that argument. But going back, someone else, it was always in the high 200s, 80,000 to 200,000. It didn't just leave off at 25,000. 25,000 is what everyone argued against because multiple dating systems give 200,000. That's why I was like, don't go to an article, man. Just go to the studies and start reading the studies.
I was just going to what you showed. That was
what you just read said the fauna overturned that.
Yeah, his hypothesis was it's impossible, but he's outnumbered. 5 to 1, 8 to 1. Like, nah, it's 80,000 to 200,000 years old for sure.
So we gonna take the one guy's saying that this is what it is over the 10 other people saying he's wrong.
Over the scientific consensus.
The
Wow.
contemporaries.
I didn't say
Yeah, but
no.
yeah,
One guy said
AR.
no.
Hey, look, the,
One guy said 20,000, and 8 guys said 200,000.
what year was that?
Yeah, I was about to say in the 80s. When was it?
Is that the most recent updated study on this shit?
Trying to sit here and spoon feed per se.
No, I just want no. I'm trying to match it up to see if it matches the shit from Cambridge. Geologic evidence for age of deposits in the Huyak Laco, whatever however you say that shit. Archaeological site, Valesquillo, Mexico. So I just want to know what year that is, and then I'm gonna just check out this journal right here and see what the hell they talking about. It's from Cambridge University.
You said public education lies. No one can tell me that's not true, including bro. So you just have a biased belief system. I got it. Even if
I,
somebody
th-
showed you evidence of something being true, you're not going to believe it because nobody can tell you nothing. That's wild.
even when it agrees, so he's saying that Cambridge is lying or some shit.
That's what Monty Moose put in the comment section.
Oh, Monty Moo's
You
I
wilding.
didn't
should
even know
into
what
it.
Cambridge said about
Oh,
it. What did
okay.
Cambridge say? Hold on.
Okay. All right. So he's disagreeing with it, and I didn't even tell him what it said. That's interesting. See how that worked?
Well, Africa
I
was in
did.
the water.
I didn't even say what
It,
it
it,
said, and he's already
well,
disagreeing with the shit.
hey,
I
Africa
just want
was
to
in the
see
water
which
on the
one is
map or
the
something,
more.
I guess.
I just want to see which source is more up to date. They're both saying the same thing. This one is saying what he said, but I want to see if he has a more up to date source, or if this is the last source that we got in 2017. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because something that big,
Yeah,
they wouldn't
you're right.
just stop
Everything
talking
does
about it
have
in
to be
2017.
questioned. But y'all don't be saying that. Y'all just come
He's
out like
saying
it's
he's
a
saying
fact.
you see, he just put
Everybody
in like everything needs to be questioned, but it's like everything needs to be
can
questioned as long as it proves that you're right. It's like they pick pieces and they choose. As long as it proves his theory, then it doesn't need to be questioned. Anything else needs to be questioned. It's just like, god damn, like so much hypocrisy in the bullshit that they be spewing. It's crazy.
The hell? Oh hell, that ain't it. Hold on. What date do you have for that one?
Okay, so I found evidence. Yosef, you mentioned Wikipedia. Wikipedia is also saying 20,000. And the lady that was claiming that it was 250,000, they questioned her and she was supposed to write her dissertation to it, and they've never got the final report for her. So if you want to put me on the big screen, I can show evidence of that.
And I believe multiple others also dated the tools and whatnot and came up with similar dates, all except one individual that said 20,000, correct?
I could not find any evidence of that. I found more evidence of people saying 20 to 25,000.
Where's the
What's the
site at?
date, Yusuf? What is the date on the one you got? And the Empress, what's the date on the one you have?
So mine is just a simple Wikipedia search. Hold on.
Mm.
But they got to be
Um,
pulling it from somewhere. So go see. Does it have a number at the end of the sentence? Whatever
hold on,
statement
let's
is
see.
being made.
Hold on, because I'm
All
trying to
right.
pull up my stuff. Hold on.
What's the title of that again?
I got the 81.
Yeah, my initial one was
What's
a Wikipedia search, like she's saying, but then I scrolled down because at the very front it'll say 25,000 years before present. The very first,
It's okay.
paragraph.
I screenshotted a whole bunch of it on Wikipedia. So this is this, right? This is the first part where it's saying 25,000, right? Here's the other part. Y'all reading it? Y'all see it? Archaeological.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. Here's the other part of this article.
Watching Moose, they tested the melanin concentrator of the Egyptians and found out that they weren't white.
So this is the publication. This was another person talking about it, right? The author stated that there's no evidence explanation. However, she made suggestions of tools and possible things, right? And they said that there's complications in dating it. And then here, attempts to resolve. That was her initial publication saying it was 200,000 years ago. So I just want people to be clear of that.
Right. And now you're on the attempts to resolve section.
Right. So yeah,
I see.
yeah.
Continue. Then it's going to bring up the
And then
delays.
see
Then it's
how
going to
it's
bring up
saying,
the 19.
yeah, no, see how it's saying like the testing has not been accurately to her satisfaction. She's going back and forth with other people that are saying, "Hey, guess what? This is wrong information," and she's going on the attack. Where's the other one?
Didn't that just say that that was the strata? That wasn't actually the tool, right?
So it's still unsupported. She still hasn't written her final report, and they're still waiting on it. So this woman has everybody's telling her it's 20,000, it's 20,000, it's 20,000. She's saying no, and they're waiting on her dissertation for it.
I see one individual that said 20,000.
No,
But look at what that
there's
says. Can y'all see what that says right there? It says delays
I
for
can't really
Steen,
know.
whatever her name is, to write her doctoral
Delays
dissertation,
yep.
not on
for the
whatever
next
that
several
word is,
years. Excavation team.
as
It says
planned.
delays for the next several years. Excavation
Look, hold
teams were
on, bro.
often.
Hey, listen with this.
I,
What are
I
y'all
I didn't know you
doing,
can
man?
read it. My bad. I was reading the screen. My bad.
I'm reading the bottom. Y'all already talking about the top, the 20,000 years, 20,000 years, but y'all skipping the bottom. The delays for Steen, whatever that name is, to write her doctoral dissertation, not on blank, whatever that word is, I ain't gonna butcher it, as planned, but rather on the dating of the volcanic ash in the geographic strata. That's not the tool.
She dating Ash.
And the one that I'm looking at is talking about the ash from Cambridge, and it's saying 340,000 years. So what is the date on it? Can y'all you see where it says 5 Empress?
Mm.
Can you hover over that or click on it and see what the date of that source is? Because when you see those numbers above the end of the sentences, it's telling you where they're sourcing it from.
Oh, you're okay. I see what you're saying. Hold on then.
Because this could be the old one where maybe they were trying to say it was. This one says 600,000.
That one from '99. This
And they're talking about a camel pelvis that was found associated with bifacial tools
It
in
says
the area
citation of
245,000.
cytonymy of anomaly. Hold on, I'll bring it up. Darn it, it's not letting me. But it says citation of a anomaly with Susan Clark and Mark Owen Webb. Citation of anomaly with Susan Clark and Mark Owen Webb was the
Yes,
Susan
file.
Clark.
PDF. It looks like.
Yeah, it wouldn't. It's gonna take me out.
Just 16 pages.
Phil Peppers.
I guess I found the original one, the one that was in 1981. Did y'all see
One.
that one?
That's the one that I was looking at. In
The PDF
2017,
one.
they're sourcing the one from 1981, but I'm trying to see if they came up with anything after that.
Screens.
Yeah, because it says that they couldn't. Yeah, it looks like they claimed it at 22,000 at the very bottom where the letters to the editor on the 81. Yeah, if you go to page the almost the last page.
The
Now,
Quaternary
just
Research,
looking through
Volume
that, I
16.
want to say this female did a couple of interviews, and she said that institutions and things, different individuals, they came after her to not push the date, to not say anything. And it's when she still spoke on it that she was pretty much silenced, she says.
She
Well,
got silenced. Like
she
what? What they?
she was supposed to give her final dissertation. I saw where she was trying to say that too, but she's just giving excuses on why she's not writing the final dissertation.
Well, she's another academic that says there's funny business happening behind the scenes in academia.
Okay, so she's saying that, right? She's saying they're silencing her. How's she saying that?
But every person has to be
Like, why she ain't
challenged
write her
on their work.
dissertation? Right.
She could have just said that. If you're gonna say they're silencing you, that's the same thing as exposing them. Like you already talking. You ain't
Right.
silenced if you saying somebody is silencing you. That's not how that works. But I'm still
I
gonna
don't
look at
get
it though.
this.
I just don't. See, from what I'm looking at, they're not saying it's an actual tool. They're saying it was it. They claimed it was a tool, but somebody brought it back up in 2017. So I'm looking at that journal to see what that says. But I want to see if somebody responded to that after that. So this ain't a cover up. If somebody, I see 1981, 1999, and 2017. So they're not covering up anything. This is still
Hmm.
being talked about. So they're waiting. You telling me they're silencing her? She's saying she's silenced, and they're asking her for a
Hey,
dissertation.
I'm not telling you anything, but go ahead and check into the last journal, 2017. You see updates on what you get. I'm gonna try to read it myself because I haven't read all the journals.
And I see they had some issues in the site too. Did y'all say that the early controversy?
Nah.
Yeah, it looks like they had some issues on the site.
I'm
One
sure.
dude said
Where is this site located at?
Mexico.
look,
Okay.
yeah, one guy, Jose L. Lorenzo, said that, or he claimed the implements have been planted at the site by local laborers in such a way as to make it difficult or impossible to determine which artifacts were discovered and which were planted. And then she was like, nah, they didn't. She pretty much said, nah, they didn't. And then she had three people who had each visited the site independently and attested to the integrity of the excavations and the professionalism of the group's mythologies. Dang, they had a dispute going on. Huh. Yeah, that's in the same article up at the top,
And
and it says
what's her
early
name again?
controversy.
I did find out she
Cynthia.
got
You
she
know,
got
I
fired.
forgot her name. I just love y'all having to do
Cynthia.
research when y'all be
Man, yo,
claiming to
man,
Yeah.
push
chill
people.
out, bro. What's her
Read,
name?
read,
No, man, I want
minions,
the name. I
read.
need the name, man. Shut up. Come on.
Cynthia Irwin
Damn.
Williams.
You gonna cut it off right when I'm getting the name.
Yeah, Cynthia Irwin Williams dash Williams.
Irwin Williams.
So she got fired,
See,
Empress too. My bad.
She got
I
fired.
believe she did get
God
fired.
damn.
She got fired.
Yeah, they couldn't
She
figure out like
yo, got
if
fired.
if she sent those people to plant it
Oh,
or
she
what.
gone.
So yeah, they fired her. I'm still looking. I'm reading why.
so that's what we do, man. Yusuf, you already know what we do
Yeah,
on
we
these
we we
parts.
we
You
we
already
slow
know
comb
this.
comb
Not
evidence, man.
when they fired her, but they didn't find her guilty of anything. They just fired her. You know, hey, I can scream cover up.
Oh yeah.
Fired her because
Cover up.
like they were saying, they fired her because they couldn't tell with the artifacts and they don't know who planted what. They assumed it was from her team. So they actually fired the whole team because they were like, y'all are adding shit or taking away shit, trying to prove and disprove, and y'all are making the site inaccurate.
Yeah, I believe that.
Well, I'm gonna look at it. I ain't gonna just jump off the cliff yet, though. But I'm gonna find out who this lady is, and
Hey,
I'm gonna,
don't tell me
and
she
I'm,
can't be fired for no reason, man.
no,
Ptolemy, you're
no, no,
killing
no,
me.
no,
But
no, no.
yeah, a lot
Listen,
of people get fired, you know.
Hey man, that can happen.
You know
Yeah.
that's you know what? Yeah, it can happen. Yeah, it can happen.
I'm
I
just,
got fired for no reason one
We
time too,
gonna.
nigga.
listen,
So yeah,
listen.
that can
If I
happen.
trace her back to certain circles, if she end up in certain circles,
Oh
come on
God.
now. She got the look, though. She got the look. She got that look
Hey,
like she believes stuff.
hey, Yusuf, I'm telling you right now. We find out she got fired on her day off. You may never gonna hear the last of this.
That's funny.
Well, at least y'all could say I slowed down that push, and now y'all got to do some investigating. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, you did. Yeah, you shouldered. You shouldered it. What's that shit Mayweather do? That
Push
He said
block it,
this.
man.
yeah.
I put my
float like a
shoulder into you.
butterfly, baby. Float like a butterfly.
Nah, the best one you had though was the one where they had the skull in the place and they just let that museum burn for hours before they went and put it out, and they knew it
That's
was
still one
burning
of my
the whole time.
arguments. You tested it one
That's crazy.
time. Everyone believed. Everyone in the scientific world just knows these dudes are Negroid. And then all of a sudden it has zero African. Even scientists couldn't believe it as far as I'm concerned. And lo and behold, here's a fire that burns all of the bones, defragments everything, can't reach. Yeah, that's convenient cover up, fam.
Not only that, everybody in the area was confused as to why they let it burn so fast, and it was right down the street from
They wouldn't
the
let
damn. Yeah,
them stop the fire, family. They had hours to stop it.
That's wild.
that's tough.
It's just a coincidence. Accidents happen. None of them was niggas anyway. None of them was African, finna be African. Nah, man, I call cover up.
wrong with this?
Well, yeah. All right, y'all. I'm about to go look at this shit, see where the fuck it lead back to. Check it out. Peace, peace.
Facts, facts, facts. I ain't gonna be on for long. My damn self. It's past my bedtime already.
Yeah. I'm finished. I need to finish reading that journal. Oh, you in trouble, Yusuf, after I finish that journal. The other journal.